don't know, really no set proof. I mean, it's the same as I think.
Why haven't we been back?
Facts.
We haven't been back, have we?
We have not been back to the moon.
We have not been back to the moon. No, and nobody else has been to the moon. No other country.
Nobody. No one.
So you niggas thinking we live in a sphere?
No, fuck no.
Yes.
Fuck no, the Earth.
I knew I was gonna trigger one or two. That was
Flat Earth. Flat Earth.
that was a toss in the air. So I was gonna see which one of you niggas was gonna catch it.
I don't think that.
Flat Earth.
I don't think that now.
All right,
man.
so
What do you mean?
do you think dinosaurs are real?
Yes.
See, this is a great start to this,
Bruh.
because I always wonder how they you see these movies like Jurassic Park. How do you notice what that motherfucker sound like? How do you notice what's the size of? How you only have bits and pieces to make a educated guess of what it is or
So
what it
you
sounds
haven't
like.
seen the behind the scenes of the Jurassic Park of where they get the actual sound from?
No,
From T-Rexes and shit.
I think I saw like snippets of it, but I've never seen like the whole documentary.
It's just a common animal. I don't know if it was like a lion or tiger. It was something, but they just mod it, like pretty much make it deeper and all that old shit.
Make it sound like the clacks and all that shit. Because it sounds similar to like alien sounds if you look at it the way. If you listen to like an Alien versus Predator movie and then you listen to like the Jurassic Park, like the way that the screeching and shit, it kind of sounds the same.
Right.
That's why I'm like, how do we know what they sound? How do we know what they actually look like?
And
how
then
do we get these names?
they said they actually was, how they try to make dinosaurs nowadays, how they try to make them like reptilians. Not reptilian, let me stop. Reptiles.
Reptilian man.
Reptilian man.
Reptiles. They pretty much said they was pretty much like big birds with feathers. When they sound nowhere near how a T-Rex sound. You know what I mean? So it was kind of like more so hollering like a chicken per se, or eagle or something per se. So that's where that come from. So I don't know. It's just a lot of mystery that just
Unsolved.
Unsolved mysteries.
Man.
We had a lot of things when it comes to us, pre-existing and prehistorics. We watched a very prehistoric incident happened over this weekend, Friday. We'll go ahead and jump into that because I've been meaning to. First, I'm gonna start off by saying thank you, Netflix, for giving me such an awesome experience of watching a live boxing match that's never been put on before by you guys. So first off, thank you. You did very, very great.
Am I hearing a hint of sarcasm?
100%. That was bullshit.
Oh, okay.
That was
Okay.
wasting my time.
Yeah.
That was wasting.
Yeah.
I wanted to cancel the subscription after that
But I was
shit.
gonna let him continue on.
I had to go. I had to go to Twitter and find an Indian who was streaming it from his computer, just so it would just kind of
Go straight through.
go straight through with
Yeah,
no
the buffering
pause.
was crazy.
Boy.
The buffering was crazy. They asked me questions. Is your Wi-Fi box right underneath your TV? Do you have any other accounts watching the
You
same
asking
thing?
me questions.
Netflix, they never did that.
You asking me questions.
Something went wrong with Netflix. Just restart the app. That's what they said.
I don't know how many times I turned my TV off and turned it back on.
Bruh, what? But did the actual fight, the Tyson fight, did that play straight through for you? Or were you was already watching
I was watching, but I mean, it was playing through. At that point, it was playing straight. I think they did that on purpose.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they wanted us to not, care so much about the first two fights, which those should have been the main events, and the last fight, them two niggas should have been the prelim.
Yeah.
It should be.
Everybody would have left though. Everybody would have
That's
left.
fine. We would have watched it. We would have watched it.
I probably wouldn't watch it.
I would have stayed there for it.
You would have stayed there for
I was
it.
like, you know what? There got to be
So
something
the
else.
first fight, the Remos, that dude, that was kind of okay. That's what you
was
expect
decent.
from. That's what you expect, right? The girls fight.
Hold on, you didn't like that first fight?
First fight garbage.
The first fight was because you can see the inexperience versus the experience, and then the other brother, he got to stop, eating chicken masala
that
before
was a sparring match. That wasn't no real boxing match. Man.
No, not the beginning. It was.
Now the females was straight.
Oh, yeah, the female, I love.
Yeah, it was hard.
That was hard. But the white.
She
girl,
got sold though. She
was cheating. She was cheating.
It
She
still
had them,
won.
my girl even know, she's like, you see how she got them braids and she rubbed them into the cut? I'm like, damn,
That's what.
And then they called her out for that bullshit. I loved it.
Boo! Everybody in the crowd, boo! Like the announcers, with the commentary, they was just like, "What? What?" Like, no, it didn't make no sense. The girl had 100 and more punches than she had. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, that was so. Rob.
Protection for the complexion. I said, but
What was the girl from? Was she
Ireland?
Ireland, yeah.
She was an Irish.
Yeah.
Oh, she is.
Yeah, she Irish.
Yeah.
Boy. You see that,
She is
pale ass skin.
Was she from
Irish? Look at the Irish, boy. Nah, but she got robbed, and I love that people like that. Like, you can call that shit out, especially in that platform. That's the perfect time to use like your your words, because a lot of people, you'll get tied behind you, like, oh, bro, either way I'm gonna lose. But now everybody in her team, her crowd, everybody, they use that shit. It's like, yo, anybody who fight her next, understand this is what's gonna happen. So I respect everybody in that situation, because a lot of people would have hid from it. Like, oh, I can't say this. Netflix gonna take the bag. Netflix ain't gonna let me back. Man, she don't give a fuck. She knocked out like 20, 30 other bitches.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What you gonna do? What you gonna take from
do from that?
So I respect everything that she went out there and did.
Like, we ain't gotta be on Netflix no more. Yeah, she was buffering. We
nobody gonna watch this shit no more.
Yeah.
I hated every moment of it.
So did y'all go back and watch it?
No, I was done.
So no, when it was on, and then the fight had went off. I did go back. I watched the girls fight again, then I watched some of Jake Paul them fight, but I just turned it off after that.
Yeah.
I couldn't watch it.
They're pretty much highlights, I guess.
Yeah.
After the chaos.
Yeah, let's get to that. Let's get to that fight.
Right.
Hey, let's get to that fight. What
fight?
There was a fight?
Let's get to that dispute. Let's get to that dispute.
I'm sorry, WWE match.
So I seen this thing to where it was like in the contract. Of course, Mike Tyson, if he would have knocked him out in 3 rounds, he gets pretty much nothing. Versus if it lasts the whole 7 rounds, he get close to 20 M's. Then in the clause as well, Mike Tyson couldn't throw any uppercuts. Yeah.
So it was staged.
It was WWE.
It wasn't staged.
So look. I was going down my TikTok feed, conspiracies.
Right, on the fight. Yeah.
They brought up some good points. So, people just had an eye for it in time to edit, slow it down. That was too many scenarios where Mike Tyson could have did more and he was holding back. It makes no sense to rush out first round and then the rest of the fight is just kind of like,
what are we doing?
Yeah. I mean, it was like no punches thrown.
This nigga, I think he only threw 18 punches.
Yeah.
18 punches.
That don't even make sense.
18 punches, man.
Well, landed, of course.
Landed.
Probably threw about 36.
The girls, one of them had 300.
Bro, combined, they threw for 1,500 punches.
Right.
Combined.
Right.
And Mike Tyson came out there and throw.
He probably
18.
threw 185. If that.
I think it was all the money play.
Yeah, it had to be.
It had to be.
But
it's still though. It's still like the money play with Mayweather and Jake brother Logan. That was a money play. That was a money play.
Right.
Mike Tyson could have still came out there and beat him up, and but kept the fight in close range to where that's all that Mayweather did. But the age was showing, bro.
No, man.
First round, he was 60.
It was a spectacle, bro.
No way he was doing all that in training, and then you tell me as soon as he get to the ring, he should have been good for 3 rounds for sure.
Four good 2 minutes.
Come on,
it's just 2-minute rounds.
2 minutes. He should have been good about 4 or 5. I'm not gonna lie.
He should have been good for 5.
He was burnt out after the first round.
Come on. And he didn't even throw that many punches in the first round.
So why put it on the? I guess it was just to get everybody in on it.
It's a good promoter.
It's a money port. I mean, like I said, we got sold.
We got sold.
We got sold.
We got sold.
That's
for
it.
sure.
He been doing it for quite some time. I mean, he put on a hell of a show. You know what I'm saying? Damn near Shawn
When?
King.
Oh, you talking about this fight? No, you ain't talking about this fight.
No, I'm talking
Okay,
about
yeah.
the build up for the fight.
Oh yeah, for sure, for
that's
sure.
what I'm
Slapped
saying.
him the day before.
But
Come
he
on,
always
man.
delivered, which I don't know what was going on.
I couldn't see him
in
holding
my
back.
eyes, this was a disrespect to the sport. You asked me. This was a disrespect to the sport.
Yeah, but I mean, overall, I don't feel like Tyson lost anything.
Neither one of them lost nor gained.
No, Tyson didn't lose nothing.
Tyson
man.
lost nothing. He gained.
Yeah. If anything, Jake, he just became more of a heel. He just became more of like a person that people don't like. So think about it, like wrestling. You have your superstar. You got The Rock, Stone Cold, but then you got these people that you just don't
That's the
like.
difference.
He's one of those
actual
heels.
league. He ain't in no league.
He's not. He's not a professional
He's on
boxer.
the outside
but-
looking. He thought that this fight was going to give him some kind of like gratification to put him into the sport of, all right, now I'm ready to box.
Nah.
Like, even the closest boxer that you boxed, which was Tommy Fury, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that was the closest one. He lost.
He
though.
lost.
He lost.
And imagine if he actually, I was like, what if he goes against Tyson Fury? Imagine him.
Bro, he called out Canelo.
He
He called out Canelo is crazy. He Gervonta Davis, Tank Davis.
And you know,
called him out like.
but they're not gonna take those fights because they
they're
have
not.
more respect for
Yeah,
the sport.
they're not gonna.
And they
I think more so of now, they're gonna do it more than ever. So Paul looking at it like more so of like, now y'all need me because it's a money play. With them, it's bigger than that because it's like you took one of the legends
and disrespected him.
and disrespected it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like, first and foremost, I understand. I mean, it's some pros and cons to it because it kind of like, it opened it up to now all the boxers he wanted to fight, they're going to come out. Now.
Just to whoop his ass.
You see what
Just
I'm
to beat
saying?
him up, yeah.
But it's in the same sense of now he can actually fight real fighters, win, lose, or draw. Now he can be put in those discussions and topics, you know what I mean? So I mean, it's pros and cons with it. I mean, so I don't know. I think most of them gonna fight him. I don't think it's really gonna be about the money to where stage. I think it's gonna be actual fights.
It would have to be.
I think it's gonna be
Actual fights.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they ain't got no choice. He has no choice because they're not gonna agree to no spectacle.
Right.
No. If you gonna fight,
But no, you gotta think too. It was presented by Most Valuable Productions. That's Jake Paul production team. So
Right.
the whole thing was set up by
all
Jake
by
Paul.
him. So, like,
So nobody's gonna no actual fighter is gonna the money is great.
they're
The
not
money
gonna
is
agree
great.
to terms.
But it's you're gonna be limited to what you're gonna actually do
Right.
that you can do in the ring. Even if Gervonta Davis, lightweight, he probably like 130 versus Jake Paul that's 230. Like he'll get in there and beat him up, but it's only so much that he can do to where you gotta keep it a close fight.
Saying. I mean, that's the only way. I mean, it's gonna have to really take like the gloves out per se, right? So I mean, you gonna have to you gonna have to all the guideline and scripted shit, like all that shit has to go out the window. If we
It's
doing
not
a real
working.
fight,
This-
we doing a real fight.
He's not a real fighter.
He'll
though.
never be respected.
He'll never be. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
he'll never be
a
respected. But you gotta
boxer.
think though, they're making the same amount of money as these professional boxers are making. These
Yeah, but that's
highlight
not gonna
reels.
last long. Think
Yeah.
about the last presentation he just gave us. I mean, there is no more hype that you can build around to where we
Mike
don't
Tyson.
believe.
Right.
Even if Mayweather
Exactly.
get in there, Davis get in there,
It ain't gonna be worth it.
Canelo, somebody get in there like that. The thing is, let me see what I'm trying to say. I guess as spectators, if it's gonna be scripted, I mean, it ain't too many more scripts you got left.
No.
It's either gonna be the real thing or that shit gonna die.
I'll put it like this.
It's there's no more scripts left.
You either be in the league or you playing for the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, they gonna, and now, like you always say, you love to say the body of work. They gonna
It's
look at
all
the body of work of what he has, and his
Yeah.
body of work is subpar. It's not even enough to
It's
get
not
you
even
in the
close
minor leagues of boxing.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
And everything really that people come to you, and if they want to be around you, is for two things: for them to gain money or for them to gain exposure, because they know that you gonna make a show out of it. And then from there, as long as they name, like I said, any publicity in people's eyes is good publicity. Doesn't matter if it's good,
Yeah,
bad,
man.
negative, whatever. As long as they have a way to get their name out to somebody's platform that they know people gonna listen to, shit, yeah, we'll work with them.
I think would have been more of a better script or would have gave it a more better feel just on Paul behalf. He should have started like trenches. He shouldn't have started in the spotlight. He should have started trenches. You know what I'm saying? Building up the name and letting it ring. You know what I mean? Because this whole thing is he used to the spotlight, right?
Right.
But with every lane that you take, you got to start from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? He actually skipped ahead too fast.
But he was never going to be in that back in the shadows of anything. He was too big already.
But he could have popped the shadows with the same difference. The only thing is, if he would have took his time and really did it like that and built it up, he could have really learned something along the way, for real, for real.
It could have been took too long. These people been fighting all their life. These people been fighting all their life. He's been fighting 4 years.
No, he was at the age still when he started. It was like what 18, 19, something like that. You could have still started young on that age, been in them junior leagues and stuff like that. But
Right.
at that point, that's when you start dedication. And then when you dedicated, then you could start building. But when you started as scripted, that's all you're going to ever know. And then when you get called out by a real professional, somebody, how can you ever really show that you have to
And
steal?
there's guidelines and rules.
Like that's
Regulations.
that's not how it works.
Come on, man.
It's just
Is
gladiator
it boxing or what are we doing for real?
This is WWE.
You
You got real
it's a
boxers
show.
not
It's a
the one
show.
to put on no show. That's what I'm saying. That's some spectating shit. Like he's saying, bro. Globetrotters. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what it is.
When you watch the NBA, it's like, okay, nigga hooping. You know what I'm saying?
He
If I
came
was
from
a
Chicago with no
Globetrotter
food
show,
on his plate. He trying to get it back.
He trying to be his
This
mama.
nigga just shooting shit
Yeah,
off
for
his,
sure.
and throwing pies in people's faces and shit.
what if
like that.
LeBron and all them was out there spinning the ball on their finger, whistling and shit?
Nobody gonna walk
Under
out.
the leg, alley hoop, throw that bitch off the backboard.
Nobody wants to see that, brother. Nobody. And that's what
Yo.
let it down. Was I guess I put too much expectation into it. That was my fault.
But see, I didn't know the contract.
We was all
That's
sold
my
on
fault.
it. We was all sold.
Yes.
We was all sold on this
So
fight.
Lemon.
So
Bruh.
it's like there is no way Tyson should have went like that, bro. And I'm just thinking, and I sit back and I watch it. And like I say, everybody had their ins and outs. Then when you actually check paperwork and see what it all was, it was just like, God damn, my nigga, you came out there to make a spectacle of Tyson, bro.
Yes.
He's a whole legend.
He's a whole.
That's like
he
you
didn't
put-
lose any of that.
No, but it's just okay.
Nah, but
for
it was like, damn, to bring him out of retirement for
Right.
that shit was crazy.
For me, it was hard because his last fight was against Lennox Lewis. It was in Memphis. My daddy went to that fight. He got his ass toe up. That was his last fight. He ever-
Right. Okay.
And then to bring him out of retirement. Lastly, to see him versus that Roy Jones Jr., which was bullshit.
I mean, it was better than
It
that.
was better than this.
Yeah.
It was better than
100%.
this.
It was 100%.
Because you got to see
And everybody
more Tyson.
opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody opinion Mike Tyson won
And he
that
was
fight.
he could still draw his punches back.
Come on,
He
man.
wasn't going all the way.
Yeah, he couldn't
But
follow through.
he still gave enough to where like, damn, nigga,
Damn, he still got
hit.
some. Okay. And then for this, that's like you put him in a cage and just keep poking him. Just poke the shit out of him. He can't get out the motherfucker. Like, bro, what?
Sign this paper that you can't
get out that cage.
You can't.
Back.
You
Yeah.
can't get out that cage. I'm gonna keep poking you with this knife, but you cannot get out that cage.
I didn't know Mike Tyson was down that bad to where he had to do that to his career.
That's the only way.
Yeah, I mean, he
That's
been
the
lost
hard
that money and all
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Of course,
think
but I was
think
watching that
about the
Tyson
aggression-
podcast.
Think about the aggression
And the
how
weed
bad
and the-
it was to where he was like, damn, I could really put hands on him. It makes so much sense now why he was biting his gloves.
Yes. Biting his
Like
gloves and
pissed.
in the
Cause he
in the
feeling his
corner. He
punches.
cried, bro.
But he not able to really like. That makes so much sense why he was biting his glove. Like, boy, I take off on you for real.
Everybody was like, I wonder why he's biting his glove because he don't want to knock this nigga
That's what I'm
smooth out.
saying, bro.
That's
That
wild.
makes more sense now.
I'm seeing openings where he could just
I thought it was
easily.
Right.
anxiety. I thought he was.
We didn't. Mike
you know,
Tyson didn't look like the Mike Tyson that he did in Roy Jones fight. The Mike Tyson that we used to seeing.
Yeah.
Like he wasn't moving the same way.
They shouldn't even put out the videos if they was gonna do that shit.
For real.
But then they had to sell everybody to get them to watch
I
it.
understand.
They said it was 60 million people watching that fight
Yeah.
on Netflix.
And imagine how many people did not have Netflix subscription any longer.
we was
and
just
then
talking. Yeah.
jumped in just to get them up.
And somebody
Just
brought
to
up a
watch.
good point too. As big as the fight was, it wasn't as many celebrities there.
No,
No.
And my girls even like, where is everybody? I'm like, I'm like,
I would
they
have
out
thought
there,
that.
but
I would
they're
have
like-
thought that, but I mean, the biggest person I seen was like Ruby Rose.
And they showed Gronk, and then I'm like,
Oh,
I don't know
Gronk,
who these niggas
Shaq,
is. Shaq live in Dallas.
Cedric the Entertainer.
He was on the.
Roy Jones was there.
Niggas don't know that. Where's the big? I saw
What?
Mike Epps out there,
Oh, Mike Epps.
but who else?
You're right. At that point, I mean,
Back in the day, crowds,
about
they used to pan the show. Boy, you see everybody.
Oh,
Anybody
God, yeah.
who's everybody.
It wasn't even no fighters there, other than Roy Jones.
No.
It was no fighters there, to be honest.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
They knew what was going on. It had been a play. It was a play the whole time, but they played on us. We
They did.
watched. We locked in, tuned in. I'm talking. I tuned in at 7:30.
Bro, I was watching. Me too. I had from the time it started.
Start to
I'm like, my emotions was
yeah.
shit, man.
Damn.
I wasted 6 hours on this bullshit.
A week worth of
A week worth
building
of
up to that. That's crazy.
And I was just, I was mad. I was physically like,
Just
I was mad.
but,
I was
yeah.
mad, man.
I was confused when I first seen it until I started, doing my research and really started digging.
digging into it.
Yeah, cause just to kind of see
Yeah.
it, our first reaction is just kind of like,
Damn.
what the fuck is going on? Like, this don't make sense. It's not registering. Like, what is this?
I had that thought probably Wednesday. Cause I was just going for Jake. Everybody going for Mike. I'm going for Jake just cause he the underdog. Just cause he the underdog.
Right.
Just cause he underdog. So once I went on Flip or whatever, and I seen that they had Jake winning. I'm like, the bookies, they know what's going on. They always know the numbers, the odds.
The
this
house
and that.
always wins.
The house always wins.
Right.
When I seen that Tyson, you'll win more money if you bet on Tyson than Jake. And I'm like, nah, that don't seem right. They don't seem right.
Let's talk about Brad Pitt. 0.5 punches is crazy.
That's
Y'all don't think he gonna hit him once?
So basically, Tyson, they had Tyson punches landed line at 42 or 49.
So you had to pick
No.
over.
Let's talk about the free one.
I get it. No. I gotta explain to him. Chill.
Go ahead.
So, all right. So look. So punches landed, right? So Mike Tyson has to land 42 punches.
Mhm.
So what they did was they discounted it from 42. They put it all the way down to 0.5.
So they had it to where if he land a punch,
And you get the money. That's a free pick. That's free pick.
Okay.
but 0.5
Right.
half a punch is crazy.
0.5.
That's how I knew. That's what I'm saying. That's how.
That's this coming in the first round. As soon as he,
off,
that's a jab.
some off, bro.
Oh, this was auspicious.
Because
Yeah.
they making it seem like Tyson wasn't even gonna hit him at all. That's why they knocked it down. Took it from 42 punches, him landing 42 punches down to 0.5.
You know, it's probably because that script. Remember, I showed you that script that came up. That script was a little bit accurate. They didn't knock him out, but that script. I showed you that script too.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
that was.
But then even the girls fight, one of them, the one that won, her punches was at like, her punches landed was at like 149, and then versus the other girl that lost, her punches was at like 195. Punches landed, but they had Mike Tyson at 42. Mike Tyson out of all people at 42 punches,
to 0.5.
and then they had Jake at 72 punches landed.
I think he didn't knock him out because I think he know that would have triggered Tyson for real. It'd have been F the script.
Cause
F the
I don't think he.
I
I think he would have got up and
really.
he would have ran to that locker room and maybe put hands and feet on that man.
Yeah, but
I
then
think it
also
hurt for
too though, like Jake, I think he probably held back on his punches because he don't want to make Tyson mad. For real. Like, cause Tyson a fucking, he look like he'll glitch out. And
Because
just
I
be
felt
like,
if you saw in the beginning of the fight, Tyson kind of and Jake kind of
Yeah.
Did you see that?
Like Tyson really came like
Right, and then he was like, "Hey."
he had to catch it. Hey,
He had to look at,
order the
hey,
script.
can you shut
Yeah,
the fuck
can
up?
you stop?
Yeah.
Hey, remember what we talked
what
about?
we doing?
Right, because I saw him. He like
Think of the
jumped a
money.
little bit. Hey,
Think of the money.
hey, I'm not gonna say it, but hey, eyes, brother,
Blink twice if
eyes.
you hear me.
yeah,
I know you a little
Yeah.
gone.
yeah, safe
Right.
word.
Please.
But I don't know,
Safe
man.
word. Pineapple.
it's like I knew it had to be a play behind it because everybody was too built up on Tyson. That's why I had to go for
Because
Jay,
I mean, it was more real. It was only realistic to work.
realistic.
Like,
Yeah, that was a
because, like I say, bro, muscle memory. The way Tyson body just jumped back out of retirement back to like he never left, and his body looked like he was still 40 solid, like he 40 years old was crazy.
And then he
Right.
come out looking like Methuselah. But we knew, even my girl said, we knew it was a skeptical when Paul, they showed my nigga cheeks.
Oh my God, bro! I
They
was
showed my
literally-
nigga cheeks, it was over.
Bro, stop!
It was
What are
over.
you doing, Tyson? What are you doing?
When they did that, I threw everything out my pockets. Like, all right,
What are you doing?
Why am I watching this now?
What are you
Like, It's
doing?
over. We've
What are you-
never seen no other sport. No other sport in my life have we ever seen that they put that. They might well just showed everything, but like no dick. Like if y'all gonna do him like that,
man.
bro, like that's disrespectful.
Yeah, it was a lot. I mean, it.
Bro, did you see? Did you see that? You see what he talking about?
No.
You didn't see
You
that?
didn't see that shit?
You didn't see that part?
Man,
I forgot to show you.
What
bro.
was it at the weigh-in or something?
no, my nigga.
Right before.
No, I'll tell him. I'll break this down.
Break it down, bro.
So he over there having a very sentimental moment with his son. His son's interviewing him. So dad, how you ready for the fight? He's like, hey, yeah, I'm locked in, ready to go. Kisses his son. His dad says, all right, good fight. Brother turns around and walks off. They got Mike Tyson's ass cheeks out.
Why? Is he naked?
Yes.
Yes.
No, he got like his little.
He got the
his,
jock with the
Yeah, his jock. He got his jock strap. And then as he's walking out, they pan and then lower the camera, so that's all you see.
This nigga ass cheeks.
Ass cheeks, just
out.
it.
Why is he talking to his son in that job?
Well, I mean, he get ready to box, I guess,
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, it's just the whole concept.
Everything is just.
I'm saying, but I didn't see the part. I seen it after because everybody y'all was on the
I was
phone.
sitting
the
there
group chat. So everybody they talking. I'm like, I don't know what y'all even.
And we sitting there, we're like, oh, that's nice, because I didn't even know he had a son. I knew he had a
Nah,
daughter.
he got
I was like,
kids. Nah, he got kids.
Oh, that's great. He got a kid. He's there representing his dad. And then, bro, what the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. That Hollywood that shit.
Why? Why is that?
He's Hollywood. He's Hollywood.
Everything on that. You had
Nah, it's just the way. It's just the way they do production, bro. With shit, like it always had to be something that's some more. You know what I'm saying? It always have to go too far to an extent. I'ma say, cause I ain't gonna get into all that. But
They want to push the envelope without breaking.
With that, yeah. Oh, that boy is cold with
That's
this
what
shit
they wanna do,
today.
So it just, I don't know, man. But yeah, I mean, it's a lot. So that was kind of BS. Then you got all the people getting locked up. Who we start with first? Doug came home.
Yeah.
Doug
Congratulations,
came home.
Dirk then went in.
Yeah, he'll be in there for a while. I mean, of course.
Who else then went in?
The Diddler will be in there for a little while.
For a little minute, man. For a little minute.
Did ain't coming on, bro.
Yeah, did come on? Y'all seen his kids post up some shit about bro? So they posted up it wasn't more so like he did it or nothing, but they're like we miss our dad, this and that. All the kids.
I mean, people tend to forget that whatever you think somebody is criminal, whatever you hold them accountable for and things like that. Not saying it's right, but people still got families. You know what I mean? Because they look at him in the light versus what the people he was dealing with look at him. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
but now that the defense attorney is now pushing to the jury that hey, he made them do this.
Defense?
Huh?
Defense? What do you mean? Oh, there's a defense attorney in this? Oh, I thought this shit was going just straight to sentencing.
No, we ain't even with the trial yet.
I thought he already got sentenced.
No.
Go ahead. I thought he got sentenced.
Continue.
Same thing I heard with 30 years.
That's fucked me up when you said defense.
Bro, he just sitting there.
Defense.
He just a risk. He just a fighter.
I thought that nigga already got sentenced.
He just sitting down.
My bad, brother.
Y'all ain't heard about the folks they fighting over the who to go make his bed.
Excuse me?
Yeah. Y'all ain't hear about that?
What do you mean by that?
Yeah, no. People in prison right now, where he at, they fighting over who's gonna make this nigga bed.
Yeah,
he paying their commissary, they giving them money.
No, he ain't just giving them commissary money.
Yeah.
It's a lot more than that.
For shit, y'all. It's a part in
And then it got Honey buns all on the beds.
Bro!
They hitting them with that
Not to
hooch
say,
punch.
not to say that everybody that's locked up be doing that, but bro,
Right.
I mean, we're gonna be realistic. You got people down there doing it.
You got
So
niggas
when
that go
somebody
to jail
like-
just for it.
So you talking about when somebody like that come in and own that type of time, and he got the money, cause down that road it get real lonely quick, boy. You know what I'm saying? And it's very survive. You gotta survive, so it get very survival down there. You have somebody come down there like that, and you on the same thing.
Like, nigga, it's a party.
You remember what my boss said? We can do it the easy way.
But
the
choice is yours.
The choice is yours.
And we know what choice he on.
Bro, he ain't put no money, man.
Bro, you crazy.
Nah, so basically when the kids had posted this shit though,
Mm-hmm.
the defense attorney is coming at the jury now that that was just a whole script, basically. Like he was doing that to make himself look better.
Well, how does it make
Anything.
you look better?
Like,
That is the
I-
dumbest
Like
that's
thing.
around
a-
the image. I mean,
yeah,
I get what you're saying to an extent. It's kind of like playing a character, basically, right?
who I am.
In the script.
this is-
I'm
what I'm
Charleston
saying?
White. He using the Charleston White excuse.
Yeah,
I'm playing
that's
the
what he's
narrative.
saying.
So obviously, his lawyers, they're gonna come in there like, hey, he's been giving back to the community. He's been donating. He's a billionaire. He's helped so many people. They trying to make light of what he's done versus what he's actually
so Mr.
done.
Combs ain't did it. That's what they saying.
Yeah.
That's
Mister, it's a whole
That's a
different.
character.
It's a
That's
whole
It's
It's a
different.
persona.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm really Sean Combs. That was Diddy.
Yeah.
I don't know who that man
Yeah.
was. Oh, that I see. He probably planned this when he started naming himself that shit. Combs,
Different
Love,
alias and all
Diddy,
that.
Yeah.
Puffy, P
Ties
Diddy,
way away
Diddy.
from that.
Yeah,
It is.
I see. So you already set
Niggas-
yourself
niggas-
up. So whenever you do get caught, that's your defense. Insanity.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hearing. So the nigga saying he crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I seen
Split. Yeah, I think
Split.
Split.
Exactly.
He didn't do it.
yeah, but it was something I seen like a while back. It was a comedian talking about that same scenario, right? I don't know, Judge. I got 8 personality. Like, well, you need to tap on all 8 and see which one of y'all want to go to jail.
Yeah, which one of y'all want the sentence? Which one you want to pick? Because one of y'all doing this time. Niggas will say anything to get out of this shit, bro. Like,
But
Bro.
I mean, to each his own. If it works for him, I say, I don't know, man. Like I say, I'm always neutral on things like that because I mean, like I told you, I mean, just seeing somebody in the spotlight all the time, constantly, and then like we start digging into their personal life is crazy. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, so now it makes it hard for people to be superstars and you know what I'm saying, movie stars and things like
Yeah.
that because it's like you feel you know them on a personal scale to a certain extent because my whole thing with the production, the marketing things is one of those things that like the same way they built them up. I mean, you don't think they had the same means and can show the same switch it and make them and build them down, tear them down. So it's like that's why I kind of be iffy on that because it's like it was just up 2 years ago. Now all of a sudden, all this.
Yes. Yeah.
Come on, bro.
that's why I don't really follow them on like social media
Come on, man.
or get
That
to
shit
their
be
lives.
pointless,
Yo,
bro.
You'll
yeah.
be deceived by seeing so much of
Even the people. That's why, like, even on my social media, I don't really post nothing because it's more so about even the people that you know. They put on a whole character.
Different
So
persona.
imagine what they're doing.
Right.
Imagine the people that's just pose like this.
Right.
They don't even know that shit done got posted with a whole caption and the whole like agenda behind what they actually doing.
Right. And then they start taking it into memes, and then you have all these, what you call them bots that go to running.
Yeah.
And then, because I
Make it
mean,
look like
it's like 1,000 bots to each celebrity that just run them on a daily or just different things. You know what
Take
I'm saying?
about 100,000.
So much you
Like,
get,
it's so-
you get lost in it. You don't know what's real and what's not.
Right.
You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So you don't know if you really giving us back in on.
But perception is reality.
True enough.
That's the way that people see it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If
People
you put it out there, then maybe it's not smoke and mirrors. But I feel like people have just gotten overjealous with social media. It's like it's too much at this point. Like people get lost into it.
I mean, you get old. It's flooded.
It's way too flooded.
It's
flooded. It's flooded at the same time and it's watered down.
Yeah.
Watered
True
down.
enough.
It's
True
watered
enough.
down.
Cause it's the same shit over and over and
And
over.
I mean, if we gonna really be honest, I mean,
When do we wake up?
social media ain't nothing but a highlight reel.
That's it.
That's it. You don't
Yeah.
never get to see everything. That's why, I mean, just kind of how we was talking that day. I mean, just that perspective of just, I don't know, how the youth look at it and just take that, glamorify that, and then don't understand that 15 seconds of fame, you know what I'm saying, gonna cost you a life of misery on that back end. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. It just, yeah, nay. So, Derek. Close one. Day ones is what they yell, ain't it? Day ones.
That one hurt. Same as when
We got him. Come in.
Yep.
Come in now.
Yep. Take me. I ain't going
Day
in.
ones is what they yell.
Damn, bro.
You gotta understand, man. and I just kind of hoping it was an eye opener, for everybody that try to take that road, bro. You gotta understand, regardless of whatever crew you rolling with, you gotta understand, like, the street love nobody, bro.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No.
It's only until you up and you doing for somebody that it matters. Soon as that stop, or soon as the person around you get jammed, it's a different ball game from now. You know what I mean? Because it's like, take that for you, and I'm just sitting here riding, and now I gotta every day call back home or watch, you know what I'm saying? If you got a phone in there, right? All these highlight reels, and you become that I used to ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? That used to be me. I'm telling you,
I would've. I
it's
should've.
crazy, bro.
Exactly.
And it's
I
crazy,
could've.
bro.
Shit,
And I'll
man.
tell you this right now. If the feds coming for your ass, this is a head start. I'm snitching. I ain't sitting in no bunk.
I am a civilian.
I am a civilian.
I pay my taxes.
Do you know
just
how
like
much my taxes are? I'm
just
paying
like
for you
everybody.
niggas to sit at home, smoke blacks, and sit there and beat on your bitch in a white beater. I'm snitching.
God damn, wait a minute.
Snitching.
he beat his bitch and he got a white beat on.
With a hole in the back. A cigarette burn on the back of the t-shirt. How that even happen, fam?
Relax.
I'm
Relax.
sorry.
Now,
Nah. We gotta tell them find yourself.
Find yourself.
Find yourself.
But
Flashback.
yeah, he kind of he took.
He own everything.
Hey, people.
They told me I need to be a little bit more fiery.
Don't mind him. He like this every day,
That's
all day.
that's self-driven. Okay, that's not a team effort. What I will say. What I will say is
Working dead.
in those circumstances, in that situation, I mean, you do have to be, I guess, true to self. You know what I'm saying? I grew up on a different era. this new era with this Ratatouille, I can't fathom.
Got some cheese right here if anybody wants some.
I can't fathom it, but I understand. I guess, especially if it's a persona being played.
True.
So once that character get caught, then we get to see the real you, right? So
Yes.
I guess I get into it. I guess I get it to an extent, but yeah, I came up on a different. Make sure this on. I came up on a different era. So all that telling, you know what I'm saying? We've never been fans of that.
But as I said,
I'm just putting that on there for the record.
I don't get on a horse if I don't know how to ride. I ain't getting in a spot where I don't need to be in.
Not the same.
I don't get into shit I don't need to know nothing about. I keep my earmuffs on.
That's what I'm saying. So if
why you speaking this?
You want everybody to know he ain't snitching. I'm snitching.
I ain't doing none of that.
Tell it on you. I tell where your mama stay.
My whole thing.
I'm gonna tell the job they need to drug test you.
But see,
You on that powder.
that powder, boy.
Full that powder. But that's my whole thing. I'm getting hot just talking about this shit.
Yeah.
This shit got me in here flash.
Flash.
God damn.
Hey, bro.
My thing is, I mean, you gotta know with who you dealing with and what y'all dealing with. Okay, so I mean, it is not. I can't even get it out. Just know your lane.
Yes,
and if you
Stay in it.
and if you're gonna be in the lane, you gotta know what come with that lane, okay? Cause some lanes come without the guardrails up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You might get out of bounds.
But just know, people ain't gonna. If people around you, they not gonna put you in that lane if they know you ain't gonna be able to handle it.
But see, I think this is where people trip and fall. They start mixing lanes. The thing is,
Yes.
once you run with a crowd, you think you can do everything with that crowd, and you can't.
Nah, everybody.
It is different people for different things.
You gotta pick a
You know what I'm
side.
saying? You got. I mean, not necessarily. I mean, pick
Nah,
a side.
role.
I mean,
It's just a role. He's a role player.
In a way, because I feel like there's no way you can be about it, talk about it, but not be about it.
I mean, to an extent,
In a way,
because
you really can't.
no, I guess what I'm trying to say is it's more so like I said, everybody has a position, everybody has a role.
Right.
So let's say if you do what you do in the street, you have people for that. When it's family time, you deal with family.
Right.
You're not dragging your family into that.
that,
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
yeah,
But then if
100%,
you got people that's at a workplace, that's where it's at. Or if you the coach on the kids team, you know what I'm saying, you kick it with all the dads, you know what I'm saying, that's what y'all do, that's y'all time.
But in that
When
limelight,
it's a
you
sport.
can't be that same way because you a public figure.
I mean,
You can see everything
it gets
you do.
tricky, of course.
It's very tricky, but I don't think you in that limelight. You got one for them, one for that. Nah,
I'm
think
speaking more so to the general
Yeah,
population.
I know exactly what you're saying.
I feel like, far as that limelight, and boy, I'm still hot. I feel like in that limelight, boy.
You talking about some shit now.
Yeah,
you breaking it down. I know exactly
But this is what I'm
you
saying,
though.
though. I mean, in the general population, you know what I'm saying, more so day to day, the what we call them, not followers, but what they call, what we call the masses. There we go. The masses. I mean, you know, it get real tricky because we watch a lot of these people that's in the spotlight for real, but understanding though, that comes with connection and power and money. You see what I'm saying? So you can play that persona all day. You know what I'm saying? You might can catch a charge for real, and you'll bounce back tomorrow. That same charge that you might get.
That's
Come
your
on,
charge.
man.
That's your
First of all, you ain't got the money for the lawyer.
Nope.
You ain't got the bond money.
Nothing.
And you ain't got a team around you for real that can just come and make sure your life just jump back straight.
Yeah.
Especially if you're already dealing with people that you already carrying. So you really got to be for real with that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's just a different spiel. Far as Dirk, I mean, that's different. That's different because I know he was really trying to move around. You know what I'm
He
saying?
was trying to, but I think he knew what was going on. I think he just peaked game because he's just been doing this for a month, trying to change and to push positivity.
This is all alleged. This is all alleged.
It's all alleged. Dirk didn't do that.
Yeah. I'm saying more so of not saying at the narrative of him trying to change. I'm just saying more so of like, it comes with it, but it's one of those things that like when it happened that close, even with Thugger. I mean, when it happens that close, bro, it's that's a different pain. You know what I'm saying? Because that puts you in a position to where it's not like we fall out, we not partners no more. Life goes on. That right there corrupts your whole life and affects everybody that was in your life. So that right there
that's
is
a bigger that's a bigger thing because he can't speak to nobody. So the terms and the conditions, he can't speak to nobody that's a gang member. He can't go to Central Atlanta where he's from. Only people they can speak to is Gunna and his brother.
Supposedly don't even like Gunna.
But that's my whole thing.
Type
too.
shit.
But
So
that'll put you in isolation too, to an extent, because it's like not necessarily it could go both ways. You could be on some nard of like, who can you really trust for real? And then the people that's around you don't want to be involved or conflicted, so they like. Let's talk
about who can you really trust for real. First person he was with was T.I. Can we really trust T.I.?
Why not?
What? Crime Watchers, the same thing that Gunna was on. He was on Crime Watchers. T.I. been convicted for the guns. Same as supposedly Thug. Got right out. Sex
Come on.
trafficking.
Yep.
Got right out. Him and his wife got right out. Fucking drugs. That hard stuff. Got right out. Like, but then the first person that you're around is T.I.
I'm gonna say this. So
We watched them. I got them.
I'm
Sights on them. Sight. I got my eyes right on them.
again for the record. Okay. All right. So my whole thing with that is like, okay. So we'll speak on T.I. allegedly, right? Because I don't know for sure, right? These are all theories. So
Yeah, these is all hypothetical.
hypothetically, the ideal of, because I was thinking about it too, I'm like, damn, that nigga, he a felon, he catching all these charges, okay. So I feel like most of T.I. charges, he put on a lot of partners that's passed away. Y'all heard about that, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So I feel like that would caught a lot of that, right? But I mean, hypothetically, if I was in this scenario and I was the same, if I had the same kind of money, connections, power, bro, I mean, it is what it is. This is America, bro. I mean, if you don't use that to a degree of whatever it's gonna be to better your life, however that is,
in whichever way.
you see what I'm saying? I'm not saying right, wrong, yay, nay. All I'm saying is I understand. See what I'm saying? So it's kind of one of those. I mean, politicians, all them do it all day. You know what I'm saying?
liars.
Presidents, senators, all their judges, all them. I mean, they all do it, bro.
Corrupt. Yeah, it's all.
So I mean, if you really come from the projects or a neighborhood, a block or whatever, and you build yourself up to be this person, you know what I'm saying? You can put your family in a position, things go south, but you got all these, you know what I'm saying? All this connection.
Yeah, you been
you
doing
know
too much,
people
yeah.
in higher places, things like that. I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying I understand. So hypothetically now. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. With that, I think that creates more so of a scenario of Thugger understanding too, like, okay, T.I. has gotten older. So a lot of what he was on, he still about that, but a lot of what he was on
that.
is a grown man.
Okay.
He's a grown man.
Okay.
So Thugger can't go run with the young in crowd no more. You know what I'm saying?
Shit, he promoting the little baby. He on, yeah.
When you was in there, you was yelling your kids and family and all this and that.
Yeah.
If that's really what a mentor gonna have, if that's really what a mentality gonna have to be, you gonna need to go follow a mentor that's really on that for real. You know what I'm saying? They say two people you hang around the most, you'll become the third.
Yeah, that's true.
It's always gonna be that. So it don't matter what you hang around, you'll become the third. You know what I'm saying? Just to sum it up. So that's how that works. You know, if it's family, you gotta be around family minded mentality. You know what I'm saying? Can still come from what you know and where you trying to go. He gonna be able to better understand your background. Y'all come from the same scenario, same location to an extent in Atlanta, right? All this and that. Y'all been through it all, charges, all this and that. And he became this and still able to move forward and still be able to do T.I. no matter what the scenario is. If he gotta flip it on some genius, if he gotta get back down through the trenches, deal with the family, jump on a TV show, jump in the movie, he still can do that. So I feel like as of now, that would be the best mentor for Thug. And the positions he's in, because T.I. ain't been there. T.I.
that's true, yeah.
And look where T.I. is now. You see what I'm saying? As far as the age status. And if Thug want to keep...
And T.I. the one that really kind of low-key put him on. It ain't about the money.
It ain't about the money. That's what I'm saying. So that goes back to that too. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, we all branch out, do our own thing. We're going to have dealings because we not taking the same path every day. Just like I said, just converse back to what I was saying, you know. Some paths you can't take everybody. You know what I'm saying? It could have been an issue when he first came out. T.I., look here, I'm healing you. You know what I'm saying? That what y'all want to go do? That's cool, that's fine. But when you ready, you know what I'm saying? Get on this level, we doing this like this, holler back at me. So that's how I feel like that transpired to where it's like, okay, I got to stop with the wild and
Because as you can see how if you take people so far with you, even with your success, it can end up bringing you down.
Of course.
Which a lot of people don't see that is that they just think, oh, I gotta help everybody else. Get kind of like the last topic from the last one I said. Is it really worth it bringing people with you if you know that there's a chance? Because you can't control what someone's gonna do. You can only give them the opportunity to see. Because nobody's doing it. If you in a spotlight, nobody's doing what you're doing. They just they benefit from what you.
So it all comes from discernment. Like you have to actually see a person and know what they're about, and you have to pick and choose. Everybody's not going through that door with you.
But
it's hard. It's hard. It's hard breaking these. Yeah.
That goes back into my stance. So this is how I've always lived. Like I always feel like it's only so long before somebody mask fall out. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. Whenever you meet somebody, that's the best representation of you. That's not really you, right? So you're always at your best to a certain extent until you get comfortable. No matter what it is, right? That could be relationships, that could be jobs, that could be friendships, or whatever the case may be, right? Because that's how people get betrayed and all this sort of shit, right? That's where that comes from. So that's my whole thing. So with that, with things like that, I think it's not a necessity of knowing, trying to pretty much, I guess, size somebody up to you gotta know who you fooling with, this and that. Because my thing is, I'm a person you get one, right? You get one. So my thing is like this. No matter what somebody been through previous before they met you, you can't hold them accountable for that. So that's why I don't judge. My thing is from the continuation of when we start whatever it is to where we going, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's a partnership, businessship, or whatever the case may be, right? So from where we start into where we going, within that, you got to understand. You have to see who people is when they're placed in scenarios. That's how you measure. That's how you measure, far as what the character is. You know what I'm saying? Because, say for instance, people that's in the spotlight, right? 9 times out of 10, when they shoot all the way up to the top, they take everybody from the bottom, right? But during that whole process, the one that came from the bottom, you up late night, day for day, writing all this and that. And then outside of that, you chilling with partners, y'all got a lot of familiar, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things familiar. So it's smoke, whatever the case may be, whatever y'all do. Yeah. Understandable to a degree, right?
For sure.
But now you're talking about on that back end, they're not sitting in those business meeting when you're talking to people for real. They're not there when you're signing those contracts. They're not there when you're talking to those producers. They're not there when you're talking to those video men, your management. When you have to get on the road, everything really business. It's just all street shit. So when you go back on the block, it's just we made it. What? But they not seeing you handle all that behind the scenes.
Everything is not for everybody.
So when you shoot up to the top, and you put somebody in a scenario that comes from the bottom and didn't know what it was taking because they didn't have to work for it. Now you get to see what that really is and who they really are who's gonna be. You know what I'm saying? That's why people's secrets start getting spilled. I'll listen to that because you feel like, man, they ain't paying me enough. You know what I'm saying? And you my partner. We just on some kicking and chill. I'm just throwing you 100 bands. I'm just throwing you 10 bands on GP, but I'm paying for everything. When we go out, I'm paying for everything. When I go buy jewelry, I buy you jewelry. I buy milk car. It is not as nice as mine, nigga, but you still up and style to
fucking car.
You know what I'm saying?
See it that way.
But that's what starts the envious and the jealousy, and that's what a lot of people meet. So my whole thing always being is watch the scenario. Put people in position. If you really want to know people, put people in position. Once you put them in position, see how they react with that. Depending on how that outcome is, you got to chalk that on the board. Was that a yeah or nay? You see what I'm saying?
You have
Because
expectations too, because if you expect a snake to be a snake, he gonna bite you. You expect a dog to be a dog, he's gonna bark.
but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But that's prejudging though. You
You
got to think
right.
about it like
Well,
that.
But a person
Never-
gonna show who they are.
Right, but I wouldn't say so-called on prejudging on that. I would say as you get to know a person, that's when you have your expectations. Don't right off the back just saying, "Oh, you know, I'm putting up this wall. I don't expect you to be taught, but I expect you at least to start off. Of course, you're gonna have a wall, but at least have a door that you're standing outside. That way, you can at least be invited."
But see, that's my whole thing. That's one of the ideas of that's what I'm saying. Like, I still feel like you it has to be scenarios to where you measuring you can't prejudge it from the beginning because like the get go say for instance, if you're running with a pack and everybody in there is an alpha and it's a wolf, I mean it's gonna be chill. It's just a wolf den, right? But if you put a snake in there, then that causes a whole theory. But then that has to be shown, right? Over again, putting in scenarios of like this ain't a wolf, this a fucking snake. You know what I'm saying? Reverse that on the flip side. If it's a den full of snakes, you know what I'm saying? Snakes gonna be snakes. Everybody chilling. But if you put a wolf in there, them snakes are gonna turn up.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's one of those. It's still scenarios of have to be placement because like-minded people are on the same thing. They're not tripping. You know what I'm saying? So when you go to the hood, it's whatever. It's hood activity,
thing,
right?
yeah.
But if you come around and you don't fit in, it's kind of like,
But I should always say,
Who that white boy?
you know what I'm saying?
Who
Who
it
it is?
Yeah.
You can get eye and look like, what's this?
What's going
But
on?
on the
Yeah.
flip side, if you're in the suburbs
Yeah.
and these people got this kind of money, this and that or whatever, and you walk up and you look like you out of place, it's the same scenario.
Yeah.
Of course you stick out like a sore thumb.
Right.
But we're talking about more so the in crowd where everything blends. Because everybody works, everybody got kids, everybody got normal lives, right?
Shit.
That's what I'm saying. And that way of your expectations of knowing. If somebody don't put in the work that I put in, if somebody don't see what I see, why should I expect them to even think that they're anywhere close to being where I am?
But
That's why you should expect the people that you bring with you. That, and out of all of it, somebody going to have to fall off. You can't keep riding.
No, but then it's more so like think of a rapper, right? A rapper, they have entourage, right? This entourage, they may be people that you've known for 5,
That's what I'm
6
saying.
years,
Yes.
right? And then
You didn't put them in all this.
you know what I'm saying? Like even the people that was with you in the beginning, they didn't. It's a pretty much rotation of everybody that you've known. So you been big, this big star. You know a lot of people in the neighborhood. You've been before you've been famous. You were famous in your own little area because you don't just start like you just nothing to.
Yeah.
So when you bring them back around and they doing shiesty shit, if that's the case, Leslie, if they doing shit like that, then it's more so like, damn, how can I? You'd have been in this realm 3-4 times with me. I done brought you in 3-4 times.
It's just when the cutoff is. Like when you just cut that person off.
And be by yourself.
Right.
It's so easy to say on our end, but with them, it's more so like
It get lonely at the top.
No.
it's very lonely. It's very
We getting too far out. We getting too far out. So
Bring it back in.
I feel like far as that, if we're gonna talk about stardom, it's one of two things. It's always jealousy or ego. Ego is from the star, jealousy is from the entourage, right? So it's always a tipping scale far as I'm better than y'all or he doing too much.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
So that's why I feel like things get played and get viewed up on as a disrespect or not riders or whatever, because how many songs we're gonna listen to with dudes talking about it's just me, you know what I'm saying? I do all this, and it's a million niggas in the video.
With you.
Let's be for real,
You'll
bro.
stand behind the camera like, man, without us, you wouldn't know what time to wake up.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
So it's always, I feel like it's always ego or some envious or jealous.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's what kind of tips the scale, I think, far as like stardom. If we're gonna talk about somebody being in the spotlight, I think that's what kills it 100% all the time. No matter if it's from the stars, relationship, business partners, entourages, all that. I mean, it's either the ego, or it's the jealousy, man. You know what I mean? I can't take y'all this time.
Yeah.
So that starts envious. Why you can't take it this time? I mean, I'm dealing with another kind of star. When I'm doing my thing, I can bring y'all. But this is on their rules and regulations. Kanye might not want 50
nobody.
Yeah. Come on, man.
Bring y'all with me, but
that's this.
Gillian Wallow, I do a podcast with Gillian Wallow. They want to be right there where we be at.
Right,
we're gonna have to have everybody.
So here we is.
Yeah.
Now it's that entourage, and then that's when that tension starts. So when you come back, you feel it. That's the only thing about feelings. You can't fake it. I can pretend. I can smile in your face all day, but if I hate your fucking guts, you can feel it, bro.
Feel it, yeah. Energy.
So that's what I'm saying. I play out frequencies.
Yeah.
So that's my whole thing. So when you come back, that tension is there now with that entourage, right? And that slowly builds over time. But that goes back to what I'm saying: scenarios and putting people in positions and really trying to see. Another thing is with the stardom. This is what you gotta understand. If you the one that comes from the bottom and you bring everybody up to the top with you, don't expect everybody to be like you. That's where a lot of things get confused. You see what I'm saying? That's a selfish act. You don't do that. You look for somebody to be the best version of themselves. You know what I'm saying? You supposed to see the progression in them. Damn, I grew up with bro, and bro really, he really talking to his kids better.
I put bro on with me, and now he got his own lane. Yeah.
So it is more so of that, but I think it's like when it start transpiring like that, and the underdog got to know that too. You know what I'm saying? It's not to tip the spot. You see what I'm saying? It's not to tip the spot. You're not trying to throw your boy off the throne. You're trying to pull up a chair next with him and eat at the table. That's what
you don't want to feel less.
That's where niggas tend to forget that too.
The Last Supper type shit. Yeah.
So
we're gonna bring everybody here.
It's a two-bladed sword. That's why I say envy and ego is crazy, bro. A lot of people don't realize that. We deal with that day to day, all day. Ego or envy. You know what I'm saying? Somebody always think they better than somebody else. Somebody think they ain't doing it. It's always two-bladed sword. You know what I mean?
Damn,
There's really no way to get over it because it's always man-made, man-inflicted. Because I mean, we've always had wanting to be better, have a nicer car, have a bigger house, have a better looking spouse. So it's always in the sense of having an ego chase. Because whether it be in life or like you said, whether it be at the job, whether it be, in a relationship, you always want to feel like you have an upper hand in a way.
And that's something that I have an issue with, like in my head, like just growing up. My mama, she told me a long time ago, she said, son, one day your pride gonna get in the way of you being successful. Right. And at that point, that shit always sticks with me. That shit always sticks with me. So I try to put my pride aside, my ego aside in everything I do because I don't want that to be more so a thing. But I know it's an actual thing that people actually go through, but I don't have that understanding of to where like a nigga's being more or trying to be on top. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not no chasing me. Like, I'm in my own race.
So I'm gonna say this. And that's some good advice for moms. I mean, that's how my moms get down. But the thing about it is even though we come from a different era, some things that we have to really tap into and see what that is. So the reason why I say that, so hear me out. So let's say this. So say ego is a tree, pride is a branch on that tree, right? Just like when I was telling you about what the dude said in that book that I was reading. You know what I'm saying? The mind don't care what you plant. You know what I'm saying? Either way. You know what I'm saying? You can plant corn. I mean, the field doesn't mind what you plant in it. You could grow corn or you could grow poison. It's still going, I mean, whatever you're watering, that's what it's going to be. My thing is sometimes, I think sometimes we could use bad for good to an extent, right?
Right.
So when I say it like this. With pride, it's tricky, right? Because pride is self-reflecting. So I mean, self-inflicting. So it's one of those things of like, you could be prideful within self. That could be your build up. That what keeps you your inner of you being your best you. But in the same sense, it's tricky because being too prideful will start to pour over, and your pride will start sustaining to what you feel to a degree that you're downplaying people to an extent, which is kind of trippy because it kind of rolls into cockiness, ego, you know what I'm saying?
Because that pride could turn into a whole fucking tree on his own.
That's
So
what I'm saying.
that pride turns into ego, so it comes back right back.
But that's what I'm saying. So I mean, it is useful, but you have to be careful with it. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like one of those things, like a potion. It's like pouring out some drink, but not too much.
Proportion control. Proportion control. Yeah.
Overload.
Yeah.
So it just with things like that, bro. And then like I say, at the end of the day, bro, I mean, it's always gonna be vibes. It's always gonna be frequencies.
For sure.
I think really just nowadays with society, it's all wordplay. Everybody want to be cool. 9 times out of 10, most people don't even know what things mean for real.
No.
People are just saying words because they're trying to say cool, trying to stay
sound cool,
smart, but they not really.
But
that's what I'm saying. They don't understand like the shit is actually like it's some spell behind that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, your words are spells.
When you talking that in tone, bro, you gotta be real careful with that. You know what I'm saying? Because people play on that toxic play a lot.
This nigga here, bro. This nigga here is talking about spells, potions. Now we get into a whole different.
Because you gotta think about it.
Yeah.
When people like, I don't know, because I sit back and watch shit, bro, because it's like, it's weird because people talk on toxic a lot, bro, and now look what the world has become. Look what people have become. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand that. It was something cool to say. You know what I'm saying? It was a form of an ideal of what things could be. Just because Hood probably didn't take out the trash, or she didn't wash the dish. This shit toxic. You know what I'm saying?
Right. What are we talking about?
But look at it now, though. Now, though. Everything that's being projected is like, it's a wasteland, bro. I mean, if we really being honest now, it's bad, bro. Yeah, it's bad. It don't matter which lane you pick, it's terrible, bro.
It is, bro. So just imagine, man, if shit is like this now, you know, we having these ideals right now, like imagine like 10 years. 10 years. So 25 years. 25 years. You know what I'm saying? Or breaking it down all the way down to 10,000 hours.
But that's what I'm saying.
It's imagine how shit change. It's gonna change.
I think
now we're those people.
Yeah, I think it.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I think we start like as a people. I guess it always start with the people because I think 10 years from now, I mean, just look at it realistically. For our society in general, people don't even know how to have casual conversations anymore, for real. I mean,
no, we're reverting 100% back.
Yeah. So I mean,
backwards
because it's the social media. I mean, you gotta have a machine in your face to even be able to deal with someone. It's crazy.
Because I thought it was like funny when I saw like a meme when they were like, "We're going back to caveman," because with that phone you can talk to people like, They don't even use their words. They can't sit down there and have just, you know, like you said, meaningful conversation, just talking about their inner deepest thoughts without a phone being present or something like
That's
that.
it.
Just because like I've been out in the wilderness. It was some of the best times I had just being without my phone. There was no internet connection. Just because I was able to just think, not worry about what everybody else was doing. Because when you get so caught up into what is going on in the world, your mind is not worried about yourself.
Yeah.
Because as my grandma always said, you only got one of you. You got to take care of that one.
Of course.
You can't. There's no coming back. There's no reset button.
Exactly.
It's just a lot of times people just feel that without that phone, without being able to see influence, what am I? Who am
Who are
I?
you?
And
Yeah.
let's talk-
Oh my God,
And
bro.
let's talk
Yes.
about and let's talk about
Yes,
that too.
bro.
With that social media thing, here's the thing that's tricky about that too, and what makes it dangerous. It's convenient, but it's dangerous because think about how many minds you walk around in on a daily, and like he's saying, you don't even have time for yours.
Bro, I'm
mind control.
finna change that shit to my bio.
It's mind
Who are
control.
you?
But I'm saying,
Oh
though,
God, finna change it. Put that.
I mean, let's be
like,
realistic.
Nah, for
How
real.
many mind? Because I mean, just my bad. So just off TikTok alone, right?
Yeah.
All that scrolling. How many minds have you dealt with all day? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Versus the time you spend just dealing and just walking around in yours. That's why I've always loved isolation, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, unplug, bro. I can unplug. I really can. I mean, it don't be that serious. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
like, if I get some downtime, I want to be entertained. That's cool. That's fine.
That's cool.
I get a few hours. But the majority of the day, I need to be walking around in my mind. You know what I'm saying? Because it's things,
Oh God, yeah.
it's things in real life, you know what I'm saying, that's attached to my reality for real.
For real.
So I need to be tuned in within here.
100%.
But you have people just from sun up, sundown, just walking in other people's minds, bro.
Fantasizing.
Walking in other people's minds.
If you did this, I would have did it like this, and I would have see you, but you're out of your own mind.
Right.
And that's why so many people are.
I mean, because you shouldn't even have,
No.
shouldn't even have an opinion on what a person's doing that you don't even really know.
You've
for
never
real.
met that person a day in your
Ever,
life. Nor will
man.
you ever.
But then that's the thing, like, I wouldn't even want to be popping because how you say you deal off energy and frequencies. I don't like posting stuff because I don't like people being like, in their head being like, you're not doing that for real, for
That's
real.
not for me. That's not
He's
for me.
not.
But this is
This
why,
ain't him. This ain't.
But this is
Right.
what I'm saying. This
That's
is what I'm saying.
acceptability.
This is what I'm saying. That's more so of a self reflection, right? Everybody's entitled to an opinion.
Right.
100%.
That's
It's like
why-
assholes. Everybody got one.
That's why no matter where I'm at, what I'm doing, I'ma always be me regardless.
True.
If I walk in a room, two people like me and the rest don't, that's on them. That's for them. I'm not gonna change because of
Them two
how
people.
they feel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's called self-esteem. It's called self-control.
Yeah.
See what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
self-esteem. You just cover self. Yeah.
That's for self.
Nah,
You know what
for
I'm saying? I can't control that. You know what I'm saying? I can only control my vibes. And my frequency is flowing, so I'm good.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
And some people have that kind of self, and it's human nature for some people. I'm not going to let somebody else's opinion control rather if I'm going to jump, if I'm going to run, if I'm going to answer my phone, if I'm going to pretend. Like some people can't, just walk past somebody and not want to, look at them because they don't have that self-control. They feel like I have to speak just because that's just how they're programmed.
Yeah.
People's minds are very programmed from where they have to be, how they have to go, how they have to.
Where they,
It's like I
yeah.
said, these phones, it is modern day mind control.
It's reprogramming.
It
bro.
is. It's
There's no other way to get
reprogramming.
around
Yeah,
it.
for sure. For sure.
But I mean, I don't know, bro. I mean,
So, like you said, are we resetting or is it, or are we going right where they want us to
We're advancing to go backwards.
faster.
But
Rapid.
is it in what way? Because the people that was controlling the radios or
The
the
technology's
newspaper,
getting better.
yeah, they
The
were
cars are getting
they were
better.
still pushing these programs like a TV is got a programming like even all of that. Like, are we going into their agenda? Into a certain amount,
The
into
agenda's
a certain
dominant.
extent, yeah. I mean,
I feel like the only difference is we can see the agenda.
Yes.
That's the only thing.
They're not hiding it.
They're not
We're not
hiding
in the
it now.
dark.
They
So,
used to.
yeah.
so they always think about it. So the ones on top, whatever you want to call them, right? The elite, right?
Mm-hmm.
They've always been light speed before whatever they're gonna feed the masses, right? You know what I mean?
100%,
It's
yeah.
always been like that. The thing is, nowadays we get to see it in real time. And people still blind to the fact.
Blind to it though.
Because we was in the dark a lot. Before the phones came and social media and all that, we was in the blind for the longest. You didn't know nothing from 4 or 5 blocks up from where you was from, right?
No.
unless you jumped in the car and you traveled, right? And you was GPS and that, or using maps, right? So I mean, you didn't know nothing past your neighborhood to an extent, right? Whatever it is, that was your social media. Then you know, LeJohn fell off his bike early for real. What was they doing? They was out there at the park. You know what I'm saying? That was the social media back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, fast forward, we on these phones. You can see everything that's going on across the world, and people are still blind. You know why? Because it's too informative, right? And think about it. Realistically, growing up, all they did was feed to school. They was so ready to get out of school and be an adult for what?
For
The thing is though, what I learned fast was when I did get out of school is that you can't stop learning, and a lot of people forgot that. So now, so now it's an ideal of everything needs to be class clown, right? You know what I'm saying? When the teacher talking, I need to be doing some, you know what I mean? That's why people are more in tune to that. That's why it gets more likes. That's why it gets more views. That's why it gets more plays, things like that. And that's why
the educational stuff don't get that. There's gotta be some ass.
You gotta look for it.
And they'd be like, I didn't did school. So you telling me you 35, you 47, you 50, and you okay with what you learned in those 12 years, you know what I'm saying, in grade school, that you can't even apply to life.
To anything,
why would you not keep growing? You know what I'm saying?
Mine is a muscle.
Yeah. Why would you not keep working that out, bro? You know what I'm saying? Sharpening that and trying to move forward and things like that. You know what I mean?
Because they're giving you an option to digress.
Dumb yourself down.
It's choices. I don't judge it. But what I'm saying is like,
I say it's choices, yes, but it's just the way that they advertise it. Like, niggas will go, they want to have the nicest phone so they could be tuned in to social media, but can't pay his bill. He'll go sell plasma so he can go get a phone.
Bro.
Just so he can be up on the news.
But then when you really think, I guess we're in the older age when you really think, bro, you can have whatever phone that you need and you're going to get the same capability.
But the thing is, it's all about marketing.
Watch out, bro.
You know what the Jones. I mean, it is what it is. Like I say, everybody got their taste. Everybody got their.
I can go get a hoodie right now or a sweatshirt. It's the same as this quality. Same thing.
Same
just
quality.
Don't have this shit.
Like,
But you think somebody would go buy that sweatshirt?
No, because it don't have the swoosh on it.
But see, now this is different. This is different. The reason why I gotta agree to disagree as far as materials. The reason why I don't judge people based on material, it's always you, right? Because without all this, who are you?
We go back to that question.
So I never base materials. The reason why I don't base it on materials to a certain degree is because I feel like things materialistic, when you buy jewelry, newer phones, your clothes, the shoes you like, or whatever, the cars you drive, the places you live, those are self-trophies.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? That's the motivation to keep that individual going.
Yeah, there's no wrong with that at all.
I don't judge materialistic.
No.
Yeah,
I'm not saying you judge materialistic.
All right, say this. Say, all right, man, you get paid X amount, and then, but your cost of living is up. Your cost of living is up. So when it goes into JT topic, you're gonna keep buying this and this and this and this and this. When is it ever gonna be like enough? When is enough? Like
it will never be enough. You'll never be
until you're.
But that has, in my mind though, that has no. It makes no sense though.
It's programming.
The masses can be programmed.
That's why you have people. That's why you got people that have a life. They have a lifetime Disney reservation for the rest of their life. They'll go to Disney. Why? You'll see the same shit every single time.
But this is what I'm saying. I mean, that's more so what people into. My thing is on what you're discussing is kind of like, let's say you stop doing that. Then what? What would you do? Even if you saved all your money that you work for and all that, what would you do? You're gonna invest and make more money? That's just money you got. What would you do?
What would you do? Yeah, I mean, when you build and this where I don't know, this where my mind goes. Like, bro, like if I can do my day to day, it costs to live because every time we wake up, we go outside. You gonna spend some money regardless.
Okay.
Long as I'm okay with what I have got going, what I got going on, I'm good.
But
I'm not tripping. I'm not trying. I mean, yeah, you try to be better.
You don't have the.
You
I
be
mean,
better.
Off the blind.
I guess
But,
more
yeah,
so. I guess more so of what I'm asking
It's
is
what it is, bro.
I guess more so of what I'm asking you, bro, is like, so you saying what you good with on your day to day basis, right?
100%.
So when you saying that, you saying like what? You saying like long as you can eat and have somewhere to stay,
And some
lay your
blacks.
head.
And some blacks. Man, as long as I got my blacks, you know what I'm saying? I'm a eat regardless. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take in what, you know what I mean? So it's more so cool, bro. Like,
Okay, so I completely understand. I get that. But let's just say theoretically, let's say you did that. What would be the time frame on that to where you would have to do something
like, what do you mean?
outside of that?
When you have to change.
When
No,
do
not
I have to
change,
change?
not
Well,
change.
elevate, right?
No,
Are you
not
good?
elevate.
Okay.
You just want to do something outside of that.
Well, I want to say change.
I mean,
add
but
something
me
into it.
living at this certain like quote, I'm okay, right? So it's cool. If I need to do something, I've been living the same lifestyle each and every day to where the everything I was making that's accumulated over the time. You know,
I'm not talking about the money. I'm saying
where do I have to want to do something else? What are you saying?
you said day for day, right?
Day to day, right?
All right.
Yeah.
That shit sound like just being locked up, but day to day. So you said all you want to do is eat. No, listen. All you want to do is eat.
Yeah.
As long as you got somewhere to stay,
Yeah.
right?
You're right.
Then you got your drugs, which is blacks to a certain degree, right?
Nigga said drugs.
I mean, hold on. No,
Yeah, my foot kinda, right?
Hey, you done changed. But look,
changed yesterday.
But look though. No, I'm just saying realistically, right?
Yeah.
So your drugs, it could be,
Your vices.
nicotine, your vices. There you go.
Yeah.
So you got those three things. You do that day in, day out, like a cartoon, right?
Right.
Like a TV show, right? You do that day in, day out.
Now I'm a Gemini, so I mean I do have two different sides. Okay.
There
Yeah.
we go.
Yeah.
That's same Diddy. That's what Diddy said.
It's over that
Did
time.
not say that? No, sir. No,
This
sir.
is what I'm getting at, though. This is what I'm getting at. All right. How long will it take before you have to break that cycle to where you want to do something else, to where you want to throw something else in the routine? So you're saying you would never get bored of that, is what I'm asking.
I done did so much.
There would be no need for excitement. There would be no need for change.
This shit is really exciting to me because y'all don't understand where I come from, bro. Like,
He come from the boondock, Mississippi.
you know what I'm
They
saying?
ain't got
So
number
this
one
is
street light.
you know what I'm saying? So it's more so like, bro, this is my excitement. Being able to afford a black every day. Like, it was times I really couldn't even get no black, you know what I'm saying?
Perfect.
And even if my mama knew I was smoking black, like I was smoking weed in the house at like fucking 16, 17. So it's more so like, this is my excitement. This is what I do. This is like, this is that, you know what I'm saying? From this to that. To everybody is not. I ain't throwing shots to nobody.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying?
So
But-
no, I'm just trying to get an insight. That's why I'm asking the way that I'm asking at different angles. So my thing is, do you feel like most people would be more comfortable being stagnant or complacent versus? Remember how I told you when I first met you? I told you wherever I'm at, like right now, wherever I'm at in life,
Right. I'm
that
trying to-
becomes my new bottom. That way, I always got
Right, for sure.
heights to reach. See what I'm
sure.
saying?
Yeah.
But my whole thing is the ideal of just being more stagnant and more complacent. Of a comfortability of what you know and you're set in.
Nah, yeah.
It is that the way of life? Because to me personally, you know what I'm saying? I'm not judging. I'm just saying to me personally, that sounds more like survival or just existing, not really living.
Yeah.
I know,
See what I'm
understand,
saying?
but I'd have been to that. So just me personally, on God, just getting deep. Like, bro, I'd have been there, bro. I didn't been bought something and then shipped it overseas. I'm gotten shipped to every single country in the world. You get what I'm saying? And me coming from Boondocks, Mississippi, that shit blew my fucking mind. My mom didn't even believe in me. You know what I'm saying? When I was selling clothes and getting it out to where like my whole family knows what I can do, what I you know what I'm saying, what I do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm getting back in there. I'm getting back in it.
It's excitement for certain because some people's mindset they have to have to where it's just boom. I'm out here, everything, and I want to just chase it. And then just some people, the excitement just comes from where they were and then moving past it and being comfortable in that sensor.
Yeah,
okay, like so I got a question.
I'm not saying I'm not trying to elevate my life, but it's more so.
Well, you elevated your life, but right now you comfortable compared to where you were.
I was. So I'm still trying to.
Okay. Yeah. So I think this is a good topic, and I want to talk on it because I hear a lot of people discuss it. So I don't know. I guess I don't think like that. But this is what I'm saying. So my question is, how far back do you have to go in memory to compare that to yourself, your now self, to make what now is okay?
But now is never okay. For me.
No. I'm just saying. Yeah.
It's just you can always. I mean, every day you wake up, you should never be complacent. You should always think of that was yesterday. Today is a new day. What can we find to do?
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. I get what you saying. That's the ideal of what I'm thinking.
That's the ideal word.
Right. Let's just say the masses though.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the masses compares. I came from here, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So let's do it like this, right? You're grown. What's considered grown? The age limit, like grown. Mentally.
I mean,
no,
20. I mean, 25. Women. I feel like women 18, men 21.
Really? We not gonna make it a gender thing.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so for us,
mentally.
Oh no, 25. It's 25. Your brain isn't fully developed until you're 25.
Okay. All right. Yeah. 25. So you're grown.
Right.
Okay. So, off that 25 spread, how far back can you go at memory of comparing of what you done been through to make your now life okay? You see what I'm saying? No. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Shit.
Last year? This year?
No. This is what I'm saying. So, 25, right?
Right.
That's grown. That's mentally, right? How much trauma do you need to go back to make 25 okay? Or you going, this is what I'm saying, or you going back teenage years and comparing that to your adult life now? Or you going back to your childhood, comparing that to your adult life now? Or we just going within a 6-month frame, a 2-year frame, and growing off that 2 years.
It's all contradicting, bro. To me, it's all contradicting because I can go back like I just said. I can go back from where I am today versus where I was today last year versus I can go back in when I was motherfucking like I'm not gonna say I didn't have a bad life, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like both my parents, it was okay. All right, so I can go into then versus now, or I can go back to where I was 20 when I first moved here to now. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's just all relative to really what do you want to really think about. Like it's just really relative, bro.
I mean, because I don't know. I mean, like I said,
you asked me. I was better last week. I'm better today than I was last week. You know what I'm saying?
I get that, but that's what I'm saying. I think that I guess what I'm asking is like what's more relevant as far as the extension of the memory you comparing it to, because my whole thing, I just feel like basically what I'm getting at, I'm just speaking for self. I feel like when you start getting to a certain age or you start getting to a certain degree, like me now at my age, I think it's kind of tricky for my mental to be worried about how I was when I was here. You know what I'm saying? Converting to that, or like what I done been through, trauma passes and all that. my mind don't register to memorize back that far to an extent to where I needed a motivational push to where I am, to where I'm trying to go. It's more so of like, I don't know. I mean, this is just me, but sometimes it's either yearly or it's 6 months. You know what I'm saying? Can I just touch back and go back from 6 months and that can push me forward to carry on.
Okay.
Versus, or a year, go back a year and keep me pushing forward. Versus, nigga, when I was 21, nigga, I had did. I shouldn't, you see what I'm saying now? I shouldn't have to convert back that far to motivate me to be somebody. Forward. That's what I'm saying. So that's the question I'm asking. Like, how far does the memory expand? How far should it go once you reach that adult?
It depends on
25, right?
How you use the memories.
But I'm saying, if it's the trigger, I mean, it is what it is. The only reason why people dig back into their memory is to pretty much give their now self-approval. That's the only reason why we dig into memory. You know what I'm saying? Where I come from. When we say where I come from, what are you stating for real?
Right.
It's just giving the now self validation. That's it. Right?
Or even what we do now. We trigger off of what we did the week before. We have a 7 day, you know what I'm saying, trigger to like what we do. You know what I'm saying?
In the past with the way we work, we
always have to look. Bro. So
we can never look.
For sure.
Because as I always say, in a car, why do you think the rearview mirror or the back end is so small and the front is so big? Because they want you to focus on the forward. But for us, it's reverted. We always have to focus on the front because then for the what we have now, that ain't even guaranteed. Or what we did before, that ain't guaranteed. So it's like it's a mind play for us. Like we can never ideally look towards the future because the past means so much. And it's the same way with people in life. Their future ain't so much as important. It's what they live in the past. But nowadays, I mean, as I said, everything now for me is I'm just starting to become more clarity on it. It's just everything's becoming more just smoke and mirrors. It's like, what is it that can you believe? Was that true? Is it that? Is it all fixed? It just depends on how you see your life as. Yes, how far you can go back, but how much you're going to use those memories for your now self.
Because I mean, you making a lot of sense, and that's why I'm asking the question. It's not to pick a pride. It's just, to me, I feel like your mind could be a dangerous place too, bro. So my whole thing is because it's like I feel like when people convert back, the reason why I'm throwing it out there and trying to get people to think about it is because you should have some kind of cutoff time. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing, the reason why I think it's dangerous is, let's say if you go too far back in the mental, you sitting, right? Let's just say it's just you in here isolated. Let's say y'all gone, I'm sitting in here, right? But I'm in here in deep thought. It ain't nothing forward. It ain't what I need to do, what I'm gonna do in 3 months, 6 years, anything like that, which people should be thinking like anyway, right? Most people stay complacent. That's why I was asking. Most people stay complacent or get too comfortable. So when you're in that comfortable realm, right? You're back to your usual. That's why I say, remember I was asking you, how long would it take before you have to do something different? It's not necessarily that you need to go out to a club. You see what I'm saying? The mind's no longer complacent. So the mind gets to wander. That's what I was getting at. So 9 times out of 10, what most people do is go back and relive their old life within they now. You see what I'm saying? So now it starts to tread back through memory lane. With memory lane, how far does that go back? You know what I'm saying? Here it is. You 50. You thinking about shit when you was 15.
But you'll still constantly be
type shit.
Because you're comfortable.
Yeah.
You'll never get past that comfortable level. You'll
but
never
I think
jump past that.
Even more so like in my life right now, man, like I think that I'm doing shit so different than, and even in like my, I would call it phases, whatever. Like right now, like shit. When I was like 15, 16, 17, 18, I was drinking. I said drinking. I didn't start drinking until like my senior year of prom, right? But I was just smoking like heavy since I was 14 years old. Smoking weed like heavy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then then after I'll be real though, I'll be real. So right now it's more so I'm drinking, right? But then before that, I was smoking weed like heavy.
Mm-hmm.
But now I don't even smoke weed. But I didn't drink then. But now I'm drinking but I don't smoke weed. Like talking about, you know what I'm saying? So there's been those phases that I've been into. But then it's more so like I'm looking at myself like, damn, I was going through this then.
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming into this now.
Mm-hmm.
But then I also have to take into account work and stuff like that to where it's like I'm not looking at what I did then. I'm more so looking at like how can I perform this week.
That's all I'm saying. So
Yeah.
that's why I say I stay within a year. So let's say X amount of years, right? Let's say
Right.
I'm 110, right? I'm only worried about that 110. I don't give a damn who Toot was when I was 109. You see what I'm saying? That's the point that I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like at no point there should be a drift. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't matter. I already lived that life. All I'm doing is reliving it in my head again. It's kind of like on repeat of kind of watching the same movies over and over and over again. It's like how many times you gonna watch the movie? You know what I'm saying? How many times you gonna watch the
You
movie?
start reciting.
Yeah.
So now that's what I'm saying.
Stuff.
So it's like with me, I don't know. I guess it's just kind of on the go.
But I
always
you gotta
progressing.
understand too. Like my parent, well, my mom, she's about like in mid 40s, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But my stepdad, he was always older than her, so I grew up with a older man in the house. So this nigga's like 70 now, I want to say, somewhere like that. He's old, like you know what I'm saying. So in his
Put my
mind.
boy age out there, relax.
Relax. Nah, that
He
boy still
ex-mine.
moving around. That boy still.
He X
You know
amount
what I
of
mean?
years.
He's
Go ahead.
X. Yeah.
Homework.
Okay.
Mike Tyson. I'm just put it out there. You know
I'm
what I mean?
grateful. I love you.
Yeah.
Unappreciated. Disrespect.
Nah, but it's more so like, bro, like I feel like with that, I still had an advantage over like the friends I grew up around because he's coming at me. He's instilling the older shit into
More
me.
value,
The he has more value and he's more so like in his
More
right
insight.
mind rather than my mom going. I didn't experience my mom in her 30s. You know, her supposedly quote unquote midlife crisis. You know what I'm saying? So like I didn't experience this and that with her versus his take on things. So I see a lot. I see a lot within the differences. I can see like even now. You know what I'm saying? I'm around Anthony. He was born in fucking 1960.
Hey, relax.
76,
67, 68, 69.
38.
I'm close. Hold on. 70.
They call him King 71 for a
71.
reason.
I'm getting close. But you know what
It
I'm
don't
saying?
start with 19, so relax. But
1900s. You know you born in 1900s.
What do you mean
Let's
don't
put it
start
out
with
there.
19? We born in 2000?
You know what I'm
thing
saying?
is,
The thing is, you're lying. That's what you.
regardless what the case may be,
Yeah.
what I'm stating is, I guess more so of like self-awareness to the ideal of like, can the memory lane be shortened of what you need for if you gotta dig back if you gotta reach back and dig in your bag, how far back do you have to go to keep everything afloat? So say you having a bad day, right? This is what I'm stating. I try to keep mine within a year's time frame.
Within a year's time, right? Okay.
I don't have to go no further back than a year to where I'm like, all right, I'll be good. Versus thinking, again, when I was 18, man, we had time. I don't want to be that dude sitting on the couch.
Woulda, shoulda.
No, like, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But
There's
you
no,
can't
like-
take away from self. You can't take away from like you can't that you even if you was 18, 7 or 1, you can't take away from self. So you're not looking at it like, hey, I was doing this back then, but like now I'm changing my life. Like no, you still have to revert back to who you were, who you are, and who you're gonna become.
No.
It's always a
Because the noun self, I can't compare it to the 18 toot that I was.
but you're
Those are
still
two different
self.
people.
Self is not taken out of any of the equation.
Now the noun toot has his own life to live.
Right.
So it's still things based off that I can form around that to still make that memory, still make that, you know what I'm saying, a drive to be able to move forward versus comparing it to a 21-year-old too. Those was two different lifestyles. Why am I worried about the
That's what I'm
lifestyle
saying.
that was built around 21 when I should be building a lifestyle around the now?
And
You see
the
what I'm
now
saying?
is
Huh?
the now is
X amount of years.
Oh, okay.
But what I'm saying,
You still two though.
yeah, for sure.
Like y'all, but you can't put down the fact that Tom Brady is the best quarterback that ever lived. But we always go back to him being the last pick in the draft. We always go back
it's
to
okay to
him.
glorify your
Yeah.
Your come up.
accomplishments and
Yeah.
But I
but
mean-
you don't live in them. A lot
No.
of people don't realize the difference is that living in them and remembering them are two different things.
different things.
Remembering them is just giving yourself a pat on the back, just hey, I did this, that was enjoyable, but this is where the mirror is set. You have to know at that point
Yeah.
when you look in the mirror, which one are you?
That's
Are
what
you
I'm
living those past, or are you just remembering it? Remember, it's just two different worlds. But if you get
Yeah,
lost in
nigga,
that shit,
definitely
you'll
not.
never be
Yeah.
able. As he's saying, get past that point to where you're never going past that.
Going
You're
past
just saying that.
And I love the way you explain that because
He been on his shit today. Let's give it up for JT.
I smoke.
Hold on.
And I changed my pants on these niggas. No more black. You
I'm
alright?
doing all camo,
But
bro. I'm
look-
just like a
but
fucking
look,
cartoon
let-
character. I'm
Let's
just trying to do all camo.
let's just dig back, right?
Yeah.
Let's just say Tyson for in this instance, right? Hold on.
Right.
Let me phrase this. So same scenario, what he's saying, perfect example. Everybody talking about who Mike was. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Versus who he is now.
Now.
What he's become now, the reason why I say he didn't lose in my eyes is because it's like he don't care about the old Mike. He dealing with 58-year-old Mike. You know what I'm saying?
He answered that question. I don't know if you saw that he answered it. What about your legacy? He said, what legacy? I'm nothing.
Yeah.
That's the I don't even know who y'all talking about. That's that Mike.
Dog.
I'm
Yeah.
this
This
Mike.
I'm 58-year-old Mike with a bad knee.
Come on.
I don't know what y'all talking about. Who is he?
That's the perfect example of why I brought it up of how far back you need to go into memory lane.
That makes
That's
sense.
what I'm saying.
That was a good
Already
time
know.
together right there.
You know what I mean?
It was.
That
Nah,
was
you
good.
been on your shit today. I don't know.
Because that this whole time that's all I've been trying to say. So I think that's the question of the day. I mean, how far back do we need to go
Into being
memory lane to
like,
be able to move forward?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Should
For
you
sure.
be tying memories around the life that's now? You know what I'm saying? Or are you still trying to compare your now life to a memory lane of an age that already happened? That's
Right.
kind of you know what I
So
mean?
it's time to let go.
Let go.
let it go.
How long does
Yeah.
it take for you to understand that living your past is one thing, but remembering it is another? Don't get lost in it.
Don't get
No,
lost
lost
in
in
the
the
sauce.
For sure.
For real. For
Hell
real.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I think being here though, like I say, quote unquote here, been here like Texas, been here like 6 years, 6 years, something like that. That's the comparison that I have and everything. As far as like, so when I moved to Texas, my life completely changed. I'm talking about y'all wouldn't even understand.
I
how-
saw the picture on your license, bro. You look rough.
For one, I was living here. I was living here doing my. For one, I was living here when I took my license. I just had. I still got a Mississippi license to this
You
day.
must have just got here then.
Nah, bro, I had been here like about 2 years, bro. But nah, it was just a big change. It was a huge change. You know what I'm saying? But when you think about it, it's just only so many years ago. So I was still. That's why I moved here from the shit that I was going down there. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, that's what life is. Life ain't nothing but change. That's
It is. I love change. I love change.
That's why
If
I
y'all
people
understand,
love comfortability. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, there's never a comfort zone. life will change on you if you want it to or not. Something will happen to where your ass got to get up and do something.
Yeah.
No matter what it is.
Every single day for me. Every
You
single
see what
day.
I'm saying?
For example, me being in the hospital, that was
A life changing
life
thing.
changing.
That's
Yeah.
life
Understand that I
Yeah.
couldn't revert to. Yeah, I could revert and go back to doing the same shit,
But you don't want to.
And that's the same thing with anything we do in life. You can always go back to being the same person that you were, but what is it going to cost you?
And that's the whole thing. That
Yeah, and then people don't want to go back.
same way of what we knew of JT, and then when he came out the cocoon and what he become now, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's still accepting him at his better self. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now he's building. That's what I'm saying. He's building a memory lane versus, you know what I'm saying? What he's built from now since that happened, and living from that to moving forward.
Right.
Versus
Going
he
back
could
to
have
shit
dwelled.
that
He could have
Mhm.
dwelled on it. This is what I'm saying. That's why I say it's dangerous, because that's a perfect example. When he went in, he could have dwelled on it. When he got out, he could have dwelled on that, and that could have driven him to go back to what he knew and really did more damage than what it done.
Because
Well,
you're
yeah.
so
See what I'm
comfortable.
saying?
You're so comfortable.
So like
in that
right
point.
now, so
That's
you gotta
what I'm
think.
saying.
You have to think.
That-
So
that's
right
what
now,
I've been saying.
Right.
It's dangerous digging.
you look
digging
the
back.
best, Paul. You look the best that you've looked, bro. You know what I'm saying? So versus
No
somebody.
kidding, nigga.
No, I been saying
Goddamn
Paul.
nasty,
Y'all
man.
missed it. Y'all missed it. Y'all missed y'all.
Wait a minute.
All right, look. So I'm saying, bro, you look the best. Your
He brought it
mindset
back.
is in the
Okay.
best place. Your mindset is in the best place versus somebody telling you that, hey, no, you still that same OJT just from off of perception. So you will revert back to like.
Because it takes
Like,
a chance.
you know what I'm saying? But
because
everybody's telling you that more so it's like,
Who cares
No,
what
you're-
everybody say, Quintel? That's what you gotta understand.
It's-
So the whole
Yeah,
thing,
yeah.
the whole thing is everybody's entitled to opinion, right?
100%.
So let's be realistic. If I had 100 photos of different things and
Yeah.
I showed you all 100 of those photos one at a time, and I let you leave a comment, you're gonna have something to say.
right.
Flip side, I did the same thing you did. I'm gonna have something to say. The shit that's in the photo, they don't care what the hell we got to say. It should be the same reflection. So it's not that. What I'm getting at today is self-care. That's what I'm saying, the inner. That's why I'm digging more so into the mentality of memory lane going backwards. From where you stand, how far do you need to go back to know that your now self is okay? You see what I'm saying? To keep you going and keep you afloat. That's what I'm saying. So it's all self-reflection. From the Tyson, from the JT situation scenario and where he's become
it's
now.
everything in life.
This is what I'm talking about. This is my topic, self-care. Because
Shout out
I
to
think
you doing really good, bro. Oh
because
God, shout out to this
I think
nigga,
a
bro.
lot of people really missing that. You see what I'm saying? That's why I started the way I did with the transition. As far as the social media shit, we walk around too much in people minds, and then he just backed on, unplug. You know what I'm saying? Get away from, and that's what I'm
Everybody
saying. That's what I'm
mindset.
saying. So he already know what I'm talking about, bro. It's just that's what I'm going more into detail with it because a lot of people just overlooking that like that's okay. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I say it like that is because we get lost in a lot of stuff to run from self. A lot of people do that. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to slow it down and be like, are you okay? You know what I'm saying? Like, check on you. Because you'll jump on TikTok 24/7 and check on everybody else. Or you
Forget
checking
about
on you.
yourself.
That's what I'm saying. Or you checking on you.
Because self-care is more than just taking a shower, putting
Come
on
on,
new
man.
clothes.
That's all
It's
the thing
exercising
it
your
is.
mind. It's doing something to make you feel good. Because, I don't know, I just feel like people put themselves in a bubble, in a glass, and don't understand that you can pop that bubble and there's other things for you to exercise yourself too. Because you are more worth than what you give yourself credit for. Because people get so comfortable to where I don't want to get on this ride because I know that it goes higher. I know that I don't know what's in that dark tunnel. I don't know what's behind this door. But whenever you get into your mind so classified and you program yourself to where that's where you're stuck at. You can't get off of your phone. You can't not go on TikTok. Sometimes you got to find a way to where your self-care is more than just what the people see. It's what you actually feel, hear, your senses. Because that's more important than just washing your ass.
Yeah.
That's if your mind and mental's not right, you're gonna be lost to where you look good, but you a lemon. You look good on the outside, but you a piece of shit on the
On
inside.
the inside.
Right.
So that's the thing, bro. So
Common
that's
sense,
the thing.
common sense.
So that's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
even with his theory on the roller coaster, when we going up, when does it come a time that you get tired of being scared of the unknown too? When does that become a thing? When, like, you know, because a lot of people don't want to move forward because they scared of the unknown. That's what he just stated.
Yeah.
But when does it become a time to where you're no longer scared of the unknown, to where you have an ideal to a certain extent of it? I mean, it's going to eventually work out, but I mean, I got to keep moving. I got to keep pushing forward.
It's just self-confidence.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, I'm killing
Like,
comfort. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, even
My
like,
goal is to kill comfort.
bro, even like, I don't know, I look at it in my life, like how everything has went, bro. Like it's more so been just God has pushed things into my life. Even the fact of moving here, I would have never thought of that. My dad pushed it onto me. So I was already in a quote unquote, like, I guess, building up that like you said, comfort level to where it's like, okay, I'm getting more so higher up in my ranks. There I wasn't comfortable at all, because I'm still trying to, it's still, you know, you still have influences or whatever, so you still want to build up things like that. But I was in the more so like, hey, this is the biggest I've been out here, like, this is, I got real life emotion. But then my dad bring it up in my mindset to where I move here. When I got here, my uncle, I was working at a fucking golf course. I was working at a golf course, minimum wage. My uncle, but I was going to school. I was still in school too. So I'm working at the golf course and going to school. Right. My uncle put in my head like, yeah, you ain't making no money there. I went and got a job at Racetrack. So I'm working 2 jobs and going to school. I'm working during the day shift. I'm working overnight. In the meantime, I'm doing schoolwork. So my manager at Racetrack told me, hey, no, you're doing such a good job, but you should try to be a manager. Became a manager there. But now I'm a manager at Racetrack. I work at a golf course, picking up people, and then I'm still trying to be in school. Like, it's more so like, it just people put little shit in my mind that I'm still trying to elevate, but at that same point, I'm still comfortable in doing that because I know my capabilities. I know I could.
Right. But
you know what I'm saying?
But
I know
what
I can
I'm
perform.
saying is, you making perfect sense. So everything that you just explained, that you just described, it sounded like it was no questioning the unknown. It was just moving forward.
Never. Yeah, it was never.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that was
never.
a perfect example.
Yeah.
Most people, when they're in the comfort zone, they scared of the unknown. If it's not, they're not jumping toward, they're not moving forward if they can't see. You know what I mean? People scared to walk in the dark per se, right? So if they can't see, they stagnant. They stand there.
Or they'll sit in the back of them.
You see what I'm saying? Till somebody cut a light on.
Yeah.
So that's just what I was getting at. I mean, that was a good example of like just keep moving forward. Whatever needs to be done, just do it, bro. Jump into the unknown or whatever it
For
could
sure.
be.
No, 100%. So it's more so like too. Also, so when we were in that bring up work. So when we were in that thing with Ryan, when we were all doing our things or whatnot, I said I just want to be valuable to the company more so because Albert Einstein said it's not about being successful. It's more so about being valuable. I want to be valuable, because with value there comes success. There comes success. If somebody sees our policies as value to them, you're gonna get that for sure because they see value in it. I just want to be valuable, bro. Like in everything in each and which way that I could be valuable in. And the success, that's just a byproduct of being valuable. You know what I'm saying?
I would go into that, but I'm still working.
Yeah. I will touch on.
I still working. I can't say what I want to say. I still working.
So this is what I'll say. This is what I'll say.
You good on me though.
I know what you said. I know what you meant, but I'm not going. I'm still on the clock.
I thought we were still on the clock then. We still on the clock then.
I'm not going to touch that. But what I will say, far as I'll speak on one key word that you did use, which is value.
Yeah.
Value, yeah.
Value.
Yeah.
Quintel, I'm be real with you. That shouldn't be a need or a want. That should be still within. I mean that's nothing you chase. You know what I'm saying? You build that within, like you are value. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure. I know.
I think I know what you mean, but
I know what you mean, but
I know what you mean. But it's the wordplay.
And to be honest,
Yeah, it's just a word.
I can say this.
I've been drinking vodka. I'm just.
I can say this. You want to be valid, and I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
And I'll just say, in an overall standpoint from a company, unless you own that motherfucker,
you're a number.
That will never happen.
No. I'm not saying.
Yeah, I know,
I'm not
I
even saying
understand.
company value. I'm saying self. I'm on self.
Yeah, self value. 100%.
Yeah, self-care.
That's where you chase it from.
Yeah.
That's where your motivation is.
What I'm saying is value. I would phrase more so of. I mean, that'll be more so of a self speech that I am value versus I want to be valuable. You see what I'm saying?
Because you should know your value in any situation. Them telling you any validation shouldn't do shit for you.
Or if you don't get off that job, I'm talking self-care. He keep trying to talk self-care.
No, I'm not.
I get it, bro. I'm saying overall in my life.
Even
how you saying?
In a situation of like a relationship, someone shouldn't have to tell you or validate you that you are important or that you have it should always come from yourself. You wake up
I know. That's what we do it for. Like, bro, I understand that. It's more so like at the end of the day, at the end of my days, I want to be like, hey, no, this was, and this where I did this. This is where I did this. So like at the end of the day, man, I just want to see, which I know that I do this because I do these things on a day-to-day basis. I show myself every day. It's not more so about I'm so secure with myself, but then it's more so like, damn, I want to actually see God work. Like I want to see myself. I want to be a reflection of God. You know what I'm saying? Not in that.
Yeah, I know.
I'm going. You know what I'm saying? I want to just be like. You know what I'm saying? And I want to see that shit each and every day, each and every time that I put myself.
See the fruits of your labor every
basically.
Day.
But then they say people die without even reaping the benefits
people
of
die sitting there looking at that plant waiting for it to grow. You can't do that. You have to have faith in it, knowing that I done put all that work into making sure I put the right soil, I dug the right amount, I put the right seeds. So you have to know the fruit that you put into it for it to come out. You have to have confidence that you did the right thing. You shouldn't have to go back every day and check.
And I have that problem. I have the issue because even when I was doing all of this with these like with like the business and everything, got my own store. The only really person, Kayla was the only real person that said like, hey, yo, well not everybody was saying that I'm doing a really good job. But Kayla was like, she was just like, yo, like the people that mattered would say that shit. Like my mama, she was just call, why are you bringing all this shit in my house? And I was like telling her like, hey, no, this quote unquote shit is gonna change people like everything to the madness to after it's done. Once it's done, then people be like, oh damn, like hey. He is the one, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to really get to that point to where it's like I can really be like just sit back because right now I'm just on go. Yeah. I'm just on go. Yeah.
Waiting on that pause right there. I'm gonna tell you something my mom used to always tell me, and it never made sense until I got older. She used to always tell me to slow down. Never understood what it meant, right?
Yeah.
So we're gonna backtrack a little bit.
My daddy be telling me that.
Because you said a lot. So I'm gonna backtrack and touch on a few things. So just like how you said, you know what I'm saying, to be able to see your fruits of labor or whatever, see God's work, you know what I'm saying, see within his creation. That was my whole thing. I was always on go. I was moving too fast.
Yeah.
Not saying you never stop, you slow down though. Sometimes you got what they say, you slow down, smell the roses. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta slow down and smell the roses.
You move too fast, you're gonna
run moving too fast, you gotta think about it. Imagine this, right? So imagine you running, you jogging or whatever the case may be, right? Or let's just say you driving or whatever. Something's happening over here within your peripherals, right? You done ran the stop sign, you done gone all this and that. You ain't catch none of that. The whole time the creation right there, he was showing you something.
Yeah.
But you just rode right past it. So you go on the speed limit now. You can drive, you can see a little more.
Right. That's what I'm at. I'm going to speed limit right now.
You can see what's coming up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So by the time you get up there, what the fuck is that? Now you can start catching creations and see what he's doing for you.
Yeah.
What's that? Pretty cool. Now you interested. You want to look at it. You know, this is when you take you some time. You slow down.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's what he doing for me. Okay, this is what's going on. Okay, but you still gotta carry on. You still gotta drive, right?
For sure.
You're not just gonna sit there with the car and drive, and you just sitting in place and running out of gas, all right? But you're gonna slow down, and you know you're gonna check it out. You're gonna sightsee a little bit, right? So you're gonna check it out, and you're gonna continue on. That's how you get to that point. So my whole idea would be to slow down. That would be my message for today. Slow down.
Slow down.
You know what I'm saying?
So I mean, even though I'm going speed
busy.
limit right now, like you said though, like you said, man, like we're not. If there's a cutoff point in our past, but like now I'm at the point to where it's like I'm just going to speed limit. It's more so about like it's not about man, fuck all that. You know what I'm saying? It's not about that. It's more so like damn, like I done see how far I've came now. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been on go since I got here. You know what I'm saying? In a sense. So like now, speed limit versus what you saying now. Just. I want to take the time to really.
So understand the speed limit and quit worried about what was on go. That's how you do that. That's how you slow down.
Stop looking in the
Stop looking.
I just told you.
Stop looking. Yeah, stop looking. So just stop looking.
There's no need to worry about it when you was a speed limit. Now you're a person that drives the speed limit.
Yeah.
Worry about that. How does that life look?
Yeah, but I'm still going though. I'm still going too.
Yeah,
in the same point.
There's times where you referencing. There's times you're gonna speed up. There's times where you're gonna zig and zag. But at the end of the day, you do. It's what you do more. You reflect on
what you do more of.
You reflect on
that's
what
I'm
you
saying.
do.
That's what you focus on.
You don't live in that moment. The same as you remember what you did. You remember where it got you to.
Yeah, it got me to. Yeah.
Let's think about it, guys. Like realistically, have you ever been in a situation or something happened or something to a certain extent? And this is what we like to do, right? So it is weird, but we all do it as a people. When shit happened to us in our life, we play it backwards. That makes sense? So let's say, for instance, so, let me see, prime example. So let's say, we'll just talk about something, I don't know. Let's say you lost a job, right? Let's say you lost a job. If you lose that job, what the fuck? What's the first thing your mind do? Rewind. What led up to that?
Yeah.
So we play everything backwards versus actually like slowing down, staying in the moment, and being observant and watching like.
This shit's gonna happen. This is gonna Yeah.
That's what I talk about in the creation. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, we do it all the time, right? Yeah, we speak on it all the time. Hey, you see that? Yeah, it's getting to that. It's finna be that. Okay. So, I mean, we know it, but I'm just saying for the masses, right? Yeah. Most people, that's why I say, when you're moving too fast, that's what my mom used to always tell me, slow down. Because it was too many times I would bump my head and be like, what the fuck? And then I gotta rewind.
Yeah.
Versus if I would have slowed down, I'd have seen the shit coming. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Even when you're moving fast, you see shit coming. It's just more so you just still moving past some you're right past it. Yeah.
But it's some shit more self-inflicting. You know what I'm saying? If you don't really take out the time to really tamper with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it ain't shit to, drop a glass on the floor, you know what I'm saying, sweep that up and put that in there. Right. But then, at times we moving too fucking fast, don't even fucking realize our fucking hand just our hand just on the fucking oven while that bitch burning. Cause we everywhere, we thinking about everything and looking for everything else. Mind running, 1,000 miles an hour, we moving. Whole time you ain't even knowing it. Damn, burn my goddamn hand. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I do it all the time, moving too fast. Damn, when I get a cut on my motherfucking hand, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So it's like that. It's not really. I'm not gonna say it's not paying attention, but it's just like slowing down and like actually understanding like what you're doing and what you're doing it for. Cause a lot of us really just do shit to be doing shit for real. We don't really be, you know what I'm saying? We really
100%.
do. But it's never like an ideal of like what you doing and like what you doing it for, like for real.
For why?
Like,
Why? For why? Yeah, for why?
So that's why I
Oh,
say
God, for why?
it just goes back to self-care of
Yeah.
walking around in your mind. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Spinning around,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Spinning the block a few times in your mind, your mental, like, you know. I mean, you can jump on TikTok, cool, that's fine. Social media, Facebook, Instagram, whatever the fuck you on. Check everybody else idea, mindset, whatever, cool, that's fine.
I
It's
feel about
trending,
this.
that's
Yeah.
okay. But I think it's more time come from of what you own. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I say start thinking like that is because that's what the elite do. How you think we so fucking controlled? We're so controlled because people spend y'all think they on that shit? They is not on that shit. They walking around in their mindset.
Knowing like, hey,
And feeding you their mindset and planting thoughts in your mind because you don't want to think for self. I'm telling you, that shit gonna come illegal here. Free thought, that shit gonna come sooner or later, bro. That shit that shit gonna be very illegal. You gonna get a charge for that. Thinking for yourself. So I'm letting y'all know now, man.
At points in time like that though, at points in time like that, when it comes down to shit like that, I be thanking God that I was the only child. I grew up by myself. I was the only one that I didn't have no older brothers or older sister, or you know what I'm saying, shit like that. Like on my dad's side, but at home it's just me. I only had that I had to play with myself, Paul. And you know what I'm saying? Wait. You know, I was the only one in the room.
Man, we didn't have too many errors today.
That's two, ain't it?
That's three, man.
Fuck, bruh. Y'all wow, man.
So-
y'all gonna be grown. Why y'all mind like that?
So the
Y'all-
message of the
yes.
day is slow down.
Slow down, man.
Slow down, bro.
That's what I'm on.
Slow down.
T. Jones said slow down. We gonna slow down.
Let's slow it down.
That's it. So just pay attention to detail and creation, and you'll see God's work. You'll see His plan. You also see the devil working too. If you slow down and look careful enough. So I mean, this is one of those things, man. I mean, that's just really it. I mean, as you age, you get older. I mean,
That's why I'm glad I got older niggas around me that just I'm a young nigga, bro. How old are you in out here, man? Yeah, 30, 47,
Relax.
40.
Relax.
So with that being
40
said,
something.
amount of years.
you slow down, move too fast, you gonna run out of gas.
That's it.
Hey, don't nothing come fast but a crash, man. Remember that.
Can't all be fun and games, you know what I'm saying?
It all is fun.
Sometimes you gotta leave a stain on the membrane, so you'll be alright.
Yeah, gon' let them talk. Let them talk. Yeah, gon' let them talk. Yeah, gon' let them talk.